2021.
Never trust a bar. Never trust a bar. Never trust a bar.
Hey there, Cooter Queefs. We're back. Hi.
Cooter Queef.
Cooter Queef's a good name.
That's where the queef comes
I
from.
mean, I feel like it's nice. Cooter's not abrasive.
I think Cooter's a nice name.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, no one's upset about, you stupid Cooter. It just doesn't
No.
happen. Like,
But if you
it's one of
see
the
a
nice
girl at a
pussy
bar,
terms.
and you're having a drink, and she goes, "Hey, what do you want to do?" I don't know. I wouldn't mind looking at your cooter. Then she might take it a little bit offensively.
Maybe, or maybe she just thinks you're talking about her pet owl.
Or no, that'd be Hooter.
Yeah, but I mean, I could see it being called a Cooter. If I had a
But
pet owl, I might call it Cooter.
If I had a vagina and somebody wanted to see my cooter,
yeah.
I'm not taking offense to that.
Oh, look at you in that video flipping. You guys are both flipping. This is crazy. All right, there we go.
Today's podcast is brought to you by psilocybin mushrooms.
Yeah. What's up, bro?
Hey, it's fucking cold.
Cincinnati
It snowed
sucks.
earlier.
We've been over
Fucking
this.
freeze warning, and it was 80, and tomorrow's 65. I'm over this, man.
I've been over this for 2 months.
Some dummies put their tomatoes out already. Can you believe it?
What a bunch
Fucking
of
idiots.
fucking
Joke's
You
on
losers.
them.
fucking tomatoes, you fucking loser.
Mine are safe inside, everybody. I just want you to know.
Oh, shit.
Whoopi studies hydroponic tomatoes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good for you.
And devil's lettuce. I had a weird ad from a company, and it was for... it was an April Fool's ad, and it was for fertilizer that turned your lettuce into devil's lettuce and your cabbage into jazz cabbage.
What's jazz cabbage? Is that weed? Just another word for
it's
weed?
sassy spinach.
Sassy spinach.
Yeah, sassy spinach.
It's getting better and better. Hey, have you found out a way to grow Mountain Dew yet?
Oh no, but there's a new flavor.
Oh,
there's
Jesus
hard
Christ.
Mountain Dew, and it's in Tennessee only, and
Hard
2 other
Mountain Dew.
states.
I'm going there Tuesday if you want me to buy you
I
some.
would like that because my dad went to biker spring break with his best friend, and I didn't put it
I think
together.
your dad's like 75. He's going to spring
and he took
break.
a guy who was fucking 85, and they had a terrible time.
I'm going to Gatlinburg Tuesday, and I will buy you some hard Mountain Dew. You just got to tell me what it's called.
There's several flavors. It's hard Mountain Dew. It's Mountain Dew brand.
Oh, gross.
But there's regular and other flavors. I want the regular, please.
I say gross, but I was
want
thinking about this the other day. What's the most white trash thing about me? And I was thinking I drink Mountain Dew. That's so white trash, and we share this. We both had the most white trash about it. Most white trash thing about you is probably your dip. That's super white trash.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, we all got some, but mine's Mountain Dew. Yours is Mountain Dew, I believe.
And I had
too.
a lot of
I don't know
cavities
why.
recently,
I
so-
feel
I don't
like
like Mountain Dew.
I feel like white people are the only people that drink Mountain Dew. Have you ever seen a black guy drink Mountain Dew?
No, they drink the fruity stuff.
They're like
black people
Pepsi.
drink. They drink. No, you know what black people love?
Juice.
The Mountain Dew Baja Blast from Taco Bell.
And that
they
shit's
love that.
And that shit's awful. Oh, that shit's real awful.
They love that.
Original.
I'm saying black people tend to drink things that are fruit flavored as a general stereotypical rule.
If we're going stereotypes, full stereotypes, it's Sprite. Like, that was always a dead giveaway when I was a pizza. I'm just telling you, when I was a pizza delivery driver, especially when I worked in the Anderson, Mount Washington area, if you got an order that went to Mount Washington and had Sprite, 9 out of 10 times black family. I swear to God.
I think there's some historical issue with black people and Coke. Because I always see a lot of, there's a lot more Pepsi down south.
Coke's a Sprite.
What? Oh, I know.
What do you mean, dude? Coca-Cola's in Atlanta. That's like that's fucking Disneyland for black people.
at
She says
restaurants.
historical, like maybe they weren't allowed to.
Yeah.
or something.
I don't know.
I've
think
noticed
that there's
Sprite
some
and juice.
connection with
White
Pepsi.
people, Mountain Dew.
And grape soda, orange soda.
Who doesn't? Come on, those are great.
Yeah, I think
See,
that-
to me,
I think
way
that
too
goes
sweet
across
on
the
the
line.
sugar.
Yeah, you can't have a lot.
I think orange grapes, all that soda and shit, that crosses lines. Well, maybe not grape soda. I don't see many white people drinking grape soda, but everybody loves orange soda, right?
That's great.
I mean, everybody. Fucking sure.
Yeah, I agree.
There's orange. There's
I was
orange
just looking
juice
for a
in
reason to
Mountain
call you
Dew.
guys white trash. That's
but the
it.
weird thing about
That's what it is.
the weird thing about
Whoopi, you freezing motherfucker.
Oh,
doing it on
Ohio, when I
purpose. I
moved
told you I
here,
like it.
the differences on what people eat and drink. Like here in Cincinnati, nothing compared to like when you go below like Florence, like where we start out at the Gorge, they drink this thing called Ale 8-1.
Ugh.
Ale one.
Ale
No,
8-1.
it's Ale 8.
Ale 8?
Ale 8-1 is what it's called.
Really?
There's
And-
no one.
Yeah, there is.
I don't think there's a
It's
one.
Ale 8.
just
It's
Ale 8.
ginger ale.
Ale 8-1. It says right on the fucking can, a late one.
Oh, what's gross?
It's horrible. It's like a mixture of cream soda and ginger ale.
Well, I mean, we could all admit that Kentucky's awful.
But when
So, I
the
mean,
first
it's not
time
a
I
big
took
deal.
my kids down to the gorge, and we literally walked into a fucking store, and normally out front there's a Coke machine or a Pepsi machine. There was an L81 fucking machine.
Bottles?
No, this was cans.
Oh.
There's no way you're pronouncing this right.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Because I
Pull
don't
it up
think
all you
there's a
want,
one.
but I just still don't think you're going to pronounce it. I
It
think
says right on it, a late one.
We're going to get an email. Well, no, we're not, because no one emails you. Fucking cunts, please email us. That's Never Trust a Fart Podcast at gmail.com. I think it's actually just Never Trust a Fart Pod at gmail.com. Maybe that's why
Fuck,
no one
I don't know,
emails us.
dude.
No one
Look
knows
at me.
Hey, man, look at us. It's shutupcincinnati at gmail.com. That
What does
works
that say,
too.
Whoop?
I check that also. Send us an email. I have a reason to play that song then.
There is clearly a one.
And what does it say above it? A late
A
one.
late one. Oh, he's right.
Yeah, it says a late one, now drinking ale 8-1.
But I didn't think there was a
You
one.
know what I
after
mean?
the
It doesn't mean a late one is their catchphrase. You know,
That's how you pronounce it. That's why it's in quotes.
No, just like if you look at Pepsi, it says choice of a new generation, but you don't
Look how it's
pronounce Pepsi.
spelled. Ale 8-1. A late one.
You're just being difficult now because
You're just saying it because I'm right, and it pisses you off.
No, it don't bother me.
Yes, it does. It clearly does.
It's an ale 8. That's what it is.
There's a 1 after the 8.
Hey, man, all I'm saying is there's going to be some peckerhead from Lexington who's going to go, you're wrong. It's
Well, the
pronounced.
peckerhead from Lexington is waving a Trump flag as we fucking speak, so fuck him.
A lot of those
man.
down on like the closer you get to the river,
There
those
are.
large houses, there are a lot of them still.
Well, you know what? I might go buy one next week. Biden sucks too. Jesus Christ.
Well, anyway,
Put
what I
them
was
both in the yard really fucking confused people.
my point was coming here from Arizona. In Arizona, when I left there, Mountain Dew was not a big thing, and there was a fake Mountain Dew there called Mellow Yellow.
It's not fake Mountain Dew.
not
That's
as
just
good.
Pepsi's version. Or that's Coke's version.
They drank that more than they drank
Yeah.
the regular. Now Mountain Dew's probably everywhere.
It's
and,
the same thing as Sierra Mist and Sprite. They're, company or Coke
It's
and
a
Pepsi's
knockoff.
version of
They're
the same
both
fucking
they're
thing.
both direct rip-offs of 7-Up is what they are.
Are they? 7-Up was first?
Oh yeah, 7-Up was first.
Well, Sprite's better.
7-Up was first 30, 40 years ago.
Thing about Sierra Mist, it'll make you thirsty. It don't even make any sense. Like, how's a drink make you thirsty?
The clear sodas make me burp a lot.
Mm.
Like rumble the room type of burps that I'm not usually, I don't get from a delicious.
You know what
Mountain
gave me the
Dews.
best burps of my whole life? Do you remember Zima?
Breast milk.
Of course, everybody
Zima.
knows
Did you
Zima.
put a Jolly Rancher in
I
it?
could but I could pound a Zima and I could burp like a booger from Revenge of the Nerds.
No one should be proud to be on the pound Zimas.
Hey, they
I
were
only did it
really
for the
cool
burp.
for
That's
a
about as
while.
feminine as possible.
I only did it for the burp.
That's like saying I got a good tuck.
Nope.
When you ran out, did you have a Mike's Hard Lemonade?
No, I never liked those.
I
I
feel
don't
like
like
those were always together.
No, and I was never a big.
Mike's had a lot more sugar in it.
I'll never go to a bar. I'll go to if I go to a bar and we're somewhere fucking cool. Hey, give me a zombie or a fucking hurricane, whatever. But I'll never go. Give me a Sex on the Beach or give me something faggy like.
Hey, man. Hard F. Hard F. Hey, but does this make Sex on the Beach a little bit better? Because I heard this ordered the other night, and I don't. What is Sex on the Beach, for one thing?
It's
know
a
what the
bunch of shit.
vodka,
It's
peach
sweet
schnapps.
and sour. It's all shit with sweet and sour
No,
mixed
that-
in it. It's
Sex on the
terrible.
Beach
Well,
is different.
What's the alcohol in it?
Vodka and peach schnapps.
Okay. Well, someone ordered one the other night with Hennessy. And I was thinking, well, that does make it a little bit more manly,
Sexier.
but Jesus Christ, that
Well,
probably is gross.
I mean,
as
even
shit.
the Sex on the Beach is got a regular shot of 80 proof vodka in it. I mean, it's got the same amount of alcohol as any other drink. It's a foo-foo drink, and I don't do those
It's gonna
normally.
make you puke
Nah, the most-
fire.
Well, because if I drink drinks that have a lot of juice or sugar in it, I can't drink as much.
I don't
and that
get it.
defeats the
That's
whole
too much
I
purpose.
don't get
Yeah.
more fooey than like a margarita or a Long Island. Those are basically my two.
Long Islands are the bomb. They're loaded with booze.
Nah, just-
No, it's a
they're
sweet and sour
heartburn
mix.
City,
if the bar
man.
isn't making their own sweet and sour mix, that shit in the bottle is nasty. It just sets me on fire.
How do you
but
make your
Long
own?
Island's
It's
only
like
got a little bit of
lemons and
sour.
limes, and it's much better if you make it. Same with
It's-
margarita.
It's lime juice and maybe basically like lemon and lime juice mixed with a little
Sugar.
simple sugar.
Nah,
so much better.
who gives a shit? You know
But-
what I mean?
But if you
I
want to
just
be on
don't
a
like-
diet, you just drink straight vodka, straight whiskey. Your diet drinks.
Straight vodka.
On the rocks, I am a man.
I don't like anything that's going to halt the amount of alcohol I drink. Like if something fills me up too much, if this is a good beer, but I can only drink 2 of them, then I'm full.
You are 22 at heart. That is
Yeah.
such a young drinker thing to say.
Thank you.
Ooh. You drink Jägermeister too. That is also white trash. You got 2 white trashes.
Oh, that's super trashy.
I'm sure I could probably think of a second white trash for myself.
I don't look at that as
Do
trashy.
you have
Well, of
the
course you
fridge
don't.
machine at home?
No.
Yes.
What?
I knew he did.
I have a bottle machine.
Yes. Gotta keep it cold. Gotta have it ice cold.
You got a freezer, dude.
When
What
we
do you need an
when we
extra thing
switched to
for?
club, because the
you work at
freezer
clubs
chills
that
it to
give them
30
away.
degrees. The machine takes it down to 7 degrees.
Ooh.
So it's
I don't like
drinkable.
I don't like the taste
disgusting.
of Jaeger. Nobody does. I like the buzz I get from it, and the more cold it is, the better it goes down. It's that simple.
I don't know.
It's specifically marketed to be disgusting, and you have to buy this extra piece of equipment from them in order to make it somewhat palatable.
Every alcohol now has one of those stupid
They
bar
do.
top machines.
Yeah.
Every fucking one of them does. They stole it from Jaeger. And the Jaeger's not white trash. Man.
Oh, dude, it's so white trash.
At the
it
Shinedown
isn't.
concert, there's a lot of Jaeger.
and
I love Jaeger. It's
Shinedown's about
the
as
greatest
white trash
fucking
of a band.
buzz I've ever had. Greatest buzz I've ever had.
Really?
Love it.
Different.
I'm so fucking happy on Jaeger. I drink 4, 5, 8, 9 shots of
What
Jaeger.
makes you angry?
Tequila.
What makes you cry?
Nothing.
Oh, I'm dead inside.
The only thing I
He drinks like a 22-year-old.
No, what
he
makes
has
me
the
cry,
body of
put
an
on-
80-year-old, and he is dead inside.
Body of an
I'm
80-year-old.
not dead. Put on fucking Terms of Endearment. You want to see me cry? I'll cry.
Aw.
Put on a sad movie. I'll cry. But no liquor makes me cry. I don't
Not
get
me.
sentimental when I drink. I either get happy, fun, or dick on tequila. So
Funny.
I won't drink tequila anymore. I'm funny on all of them, I think. At least I think I'm funny.
And that's what's most important.
That's
the
all that
important
matters
thing.
in the end.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I got rid of bed bugs last week. I didn't get to talk about it.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Congratulations.
But let me ask you something, Whoops.
Oh.
When you
Why
get
are you asking me about
well,
bed
just in
bugs?
general, because he already knows what's going on. It's kind of
Oh, okay.
so.
You know, I don't watch it, so I don't know.
What do
you're
you
talking
expect when the bed bug people show up?
about. Heat guns,
I'm not-
chemicals?
Well, we did chemical. We didn't do heat. It was $1,000 cheaper to do chemicals, and we got a 1-year guarantee. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Spray me down there, bitch.
Yeah.
All right. What do you expect as far as the maintenance technicians?
Dale Gribble,
I don't know who the fuck that is.
King of the Hill.
Okay. You think of that, though. You think of a hillbilly, big dumb hillbilly, whatever.
Maybe. Yeah,
Or an
I
old
guess
man.
so.
Old man, maybe.
Who else is willing to suck in chemicals all day
Listen,
long?
man. I'm starting to think that I got scammed. All right.
Was he nice looking?
And here's this why.
Was he hot and you didn't give him my number? Thanks.
He was hot. But not only was he hot, their lead technician was a hot lady. A very attractive woman. Now, you could tell she knows how to change a tire, but, you know, a very attractive lady,
Yeah.
very attractive male. I mean, they look like models showing up in my house, and I'm starting to think this is a great cover. There's some kind of like bed bug porn out there. I'm gonna be surfing Pornhub one night,
See your
I don't
bedroom.
know
and I'm
about
gonna
that.
see my bedroom with these two people fucking in it, with like spraying
No.
shit around and stuff.
I think
like,
it's more likely that there's a lot of money in fucking
kill the
chemicals.
bugs, kill the poon. You know, like I
They're
don't,
just-
I don't
they're
know,
just-
man. They were just way too good looking
How are
to
they
be bed bugs.
dressed? What were they wearing?
Well, you know what?
just normal people clothes.
After fucking COVID, they might get $30 an hour to go out and spray people's houses. Who
I'm
the
sure
fuck
they don't
knows?
make bad money. I'm just saying, I just didn't expect it. You know what I mean? And not only that, all right, whatever. That cost me like $1,000. And then the lady calls me. She's like, yeah, we found one bug. One? Like,
How
what the
did
fuck?
you know you had them?
Like, couldn't you just charge me $100 if I only had one? Like, who the fuck cares?
You got one. You got a lot.
Well, no, we had already treated. And we did it ourselves. And I think he was the lone
No,
survivor.
they multiply like
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
That's the thing.
But you need two to multiply.
Well, they only found
no.
one. There's another one. The eggs could be down there somewhere
There's
already.
animals in zoos all over the world right now spontaneously reproducing who have not encountered a male in decades.
Well, no, they say that the bed bug will go in and lay the fucking eggs and then, do its thing. And you killed that bug. The eggs are still there. They're going to hatch one day.
Oh, not now. They got spread.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
them a
is
lesson.
they only found one. And I was told when I had the fucking bugs,
It's making me
they only
itchy.
found like 3 total. But my kid had bites from his fucking neck to his butt. You
We
know,
never
and-
had bites, though. So
yeah, he got
I
bit.
had a
once.
friend
weird.
who had him in his apartment complex, and the only reason he really even knew that his dog was going fucking ape shit.
over bugs.
Yeah, the dog knew they were there. He didn't have bites, so I don't think he was really bothered
Yeah,
by
Nate,
it. But the
Nate
dog
got bites.
was-
They were fucking big ass wells too. Looked like big bad mosquito bites.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow,
Oh, they had him at Bogart's for a long time.
bow, bow, bow. Hey, give me that bug gum. Yeah.
I'm not afraid of bugs. Like people fucking puss out and spiders and shit like that. I'm not scared of any of that shit. Snakes, different fucking story. But I just don't have that bug fear. So if I'm walking through my house and a fucking critter crawls across me, I don't freak out.
Yeah.
It
What about
depends
a
what it is.
tarantula?
I've seen a lot of tarantulas. They
Yeah,
don't
but what
really
if they
bother me.
Crawl on your hand.
Then I wouldn't like it.
I wouldn't like it.
I wouldn't like freak out. Now, if I'm sitting here and a snake crawled over there,
We know your fear
I'm on
of
the
snakes.
table like a girl.
He's the most afraid of snakes. Don't even fuck with them. The last person that fucked him with the snakes.
Yeah, you don't wanna do
He
that.
broke into their house and cummed all over their pillow.
I didn't break
I
into it. It was
put
my
rubber
roommate.
snakes in my garden to scare birds away,
You
and
don't
I
wanna do-
forgot
you don't
about
wanna do
it.
that
And
to
I'm
me.
cleaning up my garden, and I
Yeah.
ran across these rubber
Oh, scared the shit
snakes.
out of yourself.
No, see, I'll cut your brake lines. I'm
your
afraid.
God.
I'm afraid of snakes. I don't. I mean, it really
shit.
gives me. I'm serious. If somebody fucked hard enough, like Bam Margera, if they were fucking with me like they did with Bam Margera, I'd probably have a heart attack and die. I'm really afraid of snakes.
Why?
I don't know.
Even ones that aren't
I don't know.
dangerous?
They're all king cobras to me.
And it's weird to me since you grew up in Arizona. You
I
probably
saw
had-
them all the time.
Yeah, you probably had to see
Yeah.
snakes all the time.
I think that might be the part of it. I told you, like 3 times in my life, I was almost killed by a rattlesnake. 3 times.
Oh.
And maybe it just put something in my fucking brain and said, all right, you got to be scared of snakes. I don't think I was afraid of them at that time. And then I started, I guess I started looking into what they could do to me if they bit me.
Oh, good.
I don't know.
A bite? Who cares? I mean, I guess, you know.
You got scorpions out there?
Yeah, they got
Tons of them.
scorpions.
Like, you gotta check your shoes kind of shit?
Yeah, my mom was bitten or stung 10, 15 times. That's
I'd
the
be
big
scared
thing.
of that.
They do hide in your shoes. And that's where mom got stung every time. She'd wake up, put her slippers on, ouch, and you get stung.
Go get the scorpion juice!
Was your mom like a slow adult? Like, how come after like the 6th time she didn't put her fucking slippers where the scorpions can't get them?
She's just
Because
living
she
her
didn't-
fucking life, Jason.
And mom never
She just don't give a fuck about a scorpion.
Mom never
Right.
got real sick when
Yeah.
she got stung. She just, its toe would swell up a little bit. That fucking hurt, but it never really fucked with her.
I guess. I have my sister's best friend moved out to Arizona a while back, and she was saying like during this time of year, snakes will just crawl out of their shit in the walls and stuff. You're like, ugh,
They will.
fuck that.
They
Fuck
go
that
anywhere
whole
where
place.
they can get some cool.
Yeah.
And that's the scariest part. Like in the summertime, they're everywhere. You'd think normally they'll hide whatever, but they'll lay in the middle of the streets because the streets are a little warmer. And even though it's not fucking cold in Arizona ever, to them I guess it is. So it's like literally you'll be walking out to your fucking mailbox and there'll be one of them sitting in
Are the
right-
streets white or blacktop? I
They're
know in a lot
blacktop.
of like hot areas they've started
They'll
painting
paint
the
the
streets,
streets.
white.
Yeah, it helps
No,
out
they're
a
just
little
like
bit.
they are here.
But you got to remember, he also hasn't lived in that area in a long
I've
time.
never been.
No, but I've
west.
been back there many times. Nothing's changed.
Fair enough. Oh yeah, you just lived there not that long ago. That's right.
Yeah, nothing's changed. But yeah, I don't know, man. Something
Shit, a
about
lot has
snakes.
changed in Phoenix nowadays. That's like the biggest growing city in the whole country.
It was before.
Blowing the fuck up.
And because there's so much in all directions.
And now
There's room.
They also have the second biggest homeless camp now too.
Oh, I did see that
I
today.
seen
Yeah.
an article about it. Yeah, it was like LA still holding shit down over there.
Yeah.
And
It's a vacation
and
spot.
Skid Row.
Yeah.
But yeah, this place outside of Arizona apparently is just as fucking big, or just like a little bit littler than that.
Well, there's just so much free land or land in all directions in Arizona. They just keep expanding.
That'd be an awful place to be homeless. It's so
Sweaty.
oh, so
hot.
hot.
It's so hot.
So fucking. In the summertime, literally at 2 a.m, it'll be over 100 degrees.
They are like the folks who are a community in these camps do, I think, travel seasonally. You know, they'll go somewhere warm in the wintertime. They'll go somewhere
called
not
snowbirds.
So
Yeah,
but
snowbirds.
they're
Yeah,
taking
but the
their
homeless
tent.
people, I don't think we call them that. We just call them hobos.
Here's
How
something
homeless
fucked up.
are they, Jason?
Here's something
yeah.
Are
fucked
they
up.
really homeless?
How homeless are they?
The mayor of Tucson, Arizona. Now, this happened a lot of years ago, but I guarantee this happens somewhere else.
Turn your fucking ringer off.
The mayor of Tucson, Arizona, rounded up all his homeless people, and he told them all, and he really fucking did this, and he took shit from so many places. He got all his fucking homeless people. He said, "I'm going to give you $40 cash and a one-way bus ticket to either any of these 3 cities." So he loaded up Albuquerque, New Mexico with his homeless. He loaded up fucking somewhere in Colorado.
Brilliant.
And somewhere in Nevada with his homeless. They don't give a fuck where they're homeless. All they know is they got $40 now.
Yeah.
So they said, yeah, we'll go. And apparently these fucking cities, he sent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. to home.
$40.
He couldn't send him a little
I'll give you
further away from
$40
his own
and a
city?
one-way bus ticket, and he cleaned up his homeless problem. Now, he got him back, of course,
Yeah.
but for a good 18 months, it was a clean city.
Well, then fine. Every 18 months, we got a couple bus rides going out.
But he got some phone calls from the mayor of Albuquerque. You motherfucker! What are we doing? All these bums here all of a sudden.
Not my problem there. New Mexico.
They all got $40 in
You
their
know,
hand.
we got hipsters living in fucking garden tool sheds that they've turned into 2-story homes. We can't get some fucking
Yeah, but those are
boxes
hipsters.
built
Those
for
guys are
these
weird.
homeless people.
Those guys are out there like, hey, man, do you got the newest cassette of... Like, what cassette? You asshole. You asshole.
I
hate-
recorded it off the radio.
That's the worst. Those are the worst people in the world to me is the cassette people nowadays.
Are they real?
Yes.
I don't go
there's
anywhere.
There's
I
a
don't know.
cassette thing, and I don't know if it's still big, but it was like 3-4 years ago. Like everybody had to start putting out their, not everybody, but everybody that appealed to those kind of people
Yeah.
would have to put out their album also on cassette tape.
Why
And
do
these
everyone's-
fucking dorks are getting it on tape, and it's like, I understand album, all right? Like it does sound better on an album and everything else. CD, whatever, it's convenient. Cassette sounds like
Do
shit.
they make them still?
Yes.
I know they make the mini ones for like office stuff, like
Yeah, you can still get 'em.
dictating letters and shit.
Yeah, I remember the last.
See, I've been through all those. I've been through the 8-tracks and the cassettes and all that bullshit.
I've never heard an 8-track. I've seen one once, but
It was
I
so
don't
funny
know.
I
because
don't think I've ever heard it either.
everybody had an 8-track back then. And it was broken down, an album, let's say it had 10 tunes on it. It would say, okay, number 1 has these 3 tunes, number 2 has these 3. And you can go forward or back, but you couldn't go like a whole song forward. When you went forward, it pushed you ahead like a minute and a half or whatever.
Do you think
and you couldn't, either you had to hear the end of a song you didn't like to get to the one you wanted,
Yeah.
or you had to start yours kind of a minute into it.
how many folks across this great nation of ours do you guys think are still in debt from Columbia House? Who's still in collections
Dude, I got
from Columbia
so
I-
House?
much of them.
I
Well,
fell
not many
for it.
because of the 7-year rule.
I ordered a
But-
bunch before I was 18, and when we
Yeah.
got the bill, my mom said, she wrote, not 18, will not pay, and sent it back.
I did that at least 5 times.
Buy 3,
And then
get
there was-
12 free,
And
man.
there was another one too. Yeah, but usually didn't have to buy them. They were like a penny.
yeah, buy 3, yeah.
There was another one too besides Columbia House. There was something Choice or something. There was 2 different companies, and I did both of them like 3 or 4 times. I pretty much stocked my whole CD collection through that shit. That was awesome. They need to offer that again.
CDs.
Well, nowadays you don't pay for music, do you? I mean,
No.
no, I mean I pay a monthly fee to Spotify,
can't-
but
you cannot own anything digital. Anyone who pays to own a movie or something that is delivered to you digitally is just out of their gourd.
Well,
you
I'm
can
still in
have
record
Spotify
pools.
Premium and download a bunch of shit, but once your Spotify account's gone, you don't own that anymore.
I was
It's gone.
shamed by one of my friends for having a Spotify account.
Spotify is superior.
too. See, I agree. I like it as a
They
platform and everything,
yeah.
but apparently the owner invests in some kind of
Fuck me, man.
wartimey bullshit,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I can't
I'm so
believe
tired of
you-
that. I don't give a
can't
fuck."
believe
Do you know
would
what it
support
is?
This.
When businesses fought for their right to be able to have their money be free speech, they became beholden to let their values known to the public.
To who?
So to the people who want to buy their products. So listen, I think they can trade it all back by overturning Citizens United and not having money be
I don't
free
think this one
speech.
has anything to do with that. But I think this guy just likes he invests in wartimey shit. I don't think it's like he's giving money to
Well, what I'm
politicians.
saying, the
but-
reason people care
Mm-hmm.
about what countries are or what companies are pulling out of Russia or what
don't give a
My
fuck.
Pillow guy does with his profits is because those profits are now used as political speech.
My Pillow guy does not exist in my world. You know what I mean? That's not a.
Well, because you're not going to pay
Come on.
$70 for a
Don't
fucking
play
pillow.
like you
I
never
kn-
wanted no My Pillow.
No, I didn't know what it was. I still don't know what it is.
He started off making pillows for truck drivers.
Yeah, I don't care. Like when that guy started getting in front of everybody and talking, it confused the shit out of me. It's like, wait a
Well,
second.
I've
He
never,
has all the evidence.
I've
you
never
guys.
felt one. I've never felt a My Pillow.
I don't care.
I've never seen one.
But apparently, it's fucking pretty fucking nice. The thing about it is,
Target got pillows.
now unless you own a business where you're promoting racism or child molestation, blah blah blah, then I'm going to tell you to go fuck yourself. But Jimmy John's makes a pretty good sandwich. I don't care. He shot a giraffe a couple years ago. I really don't give a fuck.
Papa John had to sell Papa John's because
Well, he was a
killing-
racist.
He was a
Papa
racist
John's was-
and he killed like a hunting
Well, now
animal.
Papa
The
John's
animal
biggest
thing-
thing is his pizza sucked.
It
Like,
was
if his pizza was
horrible, yeah.
delicious, I could have overlooked. Like, I hate Chick-fil-A. I eat it about twice a year because it's fucking pretty good for fast food.
But the thing
The
about
waffle
it
fries is what it's about
I mean,
for me.
you got the owner of fucking Papa John's regularly and in his normal fucking daily life using the N-word like it's fucking the.
He's like, I'm gonna.
Didn't he sell Papa John's to Shaquille O'Neal?
Shaquille O'Neal owns everything. I found
know.
that out a while ago.
The printer company, the printer ink he's
He owns like
hawking.
J.C. Penney.
But you know what I'm finding
not
out
even
about
kidding.
Shaq?
Someone
You know what
had
I'm
to.
finding out about Shaq?
He's
And I've
tall.
always liked him. I've always liked him. But he's a pretty fucking generous dude. He gives a lot of money to people that need it. And
He's got a lot of money.
Well, the whole point is, and he told his fucking kids, he said, I'm just not handing you this money. You have to have a college degree before you go in the will.
Nah, Shaq's a good dude.
He'll
Shaq's
just
a
show
great
up
dude.
somewhere and like, yeah, there's something recently.
He goes
with
to
him.
Walmart. It's his favorite store.
He
He'll
just
go to
bought someone
Walmart
all their
and
shit.
buy all their shit. He does it like 4 or 5 times a year. He said, I'll just drive down there, stand by the register.
so
I'll buy
easy.
theirs. I'll buy all their stuff. But the whole point is,
Man, what do you think the guy that got cut off? Do you think he's still a Shaq fan? Like, you see like 6 people in front of you get their shit for free, and here you are, like, really needing it. And Shaq's like, yeah,
we
I'll buy it
stop
up to
right
there.
here.
yeah, I don't
I
know
wonder the
about
rest
that.
of your life, you're like, fuck Shaq, man.
His
that would.
personal assistant is standing at the end of the line of people he's going to pay
You know what
for,
I'd
and
say?
the guy behind
I'd say,
him.
hey, Shaq, I let that bitch go ahead of me. I was there.
Hey, I seen her in the park. She drives a Lexus.
People get
all right?
nasty.
She can afford this, Shaq.
I was working at a Parks event and they were doing face painting, right? I had to be the person who stood in line at the end of who gets their face painted, and there were like 50 people behind me. It got borderline violent.
You were doing face sitting.
Why come they can't paint my kid's face? Because they've been here for 6 hours painting kids' faces nonstop.
'Cause you
and
asked for a
we paid
swastika,
them
ma'am.
$25, so they have to be done at some point. People, they don't like it when you cut off their free shit.
See, my whole point of this thing is the same thing we talked about when you go to a concert. You don't want to hear fucking them talk about their politics. I don't give a fuck about what Jimmy John does on his spare time, as long as he's not a fucking racist, a pedophile, a fucking real creepy dude. Shot a giraffe. The sandwich is good. I'm buying.
Fuck that giraffe.
You know what I mean?
So you're still
me
watching
a
Kevin
Club
Spacey
Lulu.
movies and stuff?
Kevin Spacey's a sex offender.
No,
No,
that's
I'm not
different.
watching
How
his.
is that different?
What do you mean?
How is that different?
Than killing a giraffe?
He's raping boys.
No, what I'm saying is his bad act does not affect his work as an actor. And what
Because
you're
his
saying
bad
is
act's much worse.
Oh, okay. It's
He's
a
saying
degree.
there's a cutoff. Racism, sex offense. Okay, you're out of here.
The real fucked
But
up
like-
morality stuff.
but like, yeah, kill an elephant.
I've never,
we'll get over it.
I've never been to the
We're not over
Sudan, and I don't personally know the elephants and giraffes that live there. And I'm sorry that he killed one.
Let me
but
tell you something
I don't give a
interesting
fuck.
about elephants. They're evolving in real time. They've started being born without tusks because of the tusk hunters.
You've just told me the ingredients in fucking paste. It's the same fucking interest to me. Fuck the elephant, and fuck.
Isn't the ingredients in paste just horse?
No, it's
I've always just that's in my head. That's
no,
always
that's
what it's
glue.
Roundup hook.
That's
Glue?
glue. Paste is flour and water.
Oh, I have paste and
It's
glue are the
minty.
same thing in my world.
The whole point is, I will still buy your product if you shot an animal. I'm not going to do it if you raped a boy.
Well,
You-
I
you don't see the
think
difference
that's what
there.
happened. He's about to get his case thrown out.
Kevin Spacey?
He said the only contact he had with this boy he's in a thing with right now is when he picked up the kid and he put his hand on his butt. So he's trying to get it thrown out. But what I'm saying
Well, how
is,
about
like,
the
what
11
about
other
Cosby?
guys that claim fuck Cosby?
Cosby?
He could
No,
fucking die
Cosby's
tomorrow.
out.
He's a
Okay.
rapist.
All right. I'm just trying to find the line.
Allegedly.
There's no allegedly. The whole point
They
is
didn't say no. They were fucking unconscious.
you can do some
Hey, I
shit
still-
where I'll look at you and go, you're a dick.
I was
But man, you make a good sandwich. I'm not going to fucking boycott you. Now, if you say, hey, here's a sandwich, but it's only for the white people, well, then I'm not going to buy your sandwich, okay? But hey,
if I do, I better get a discount.
I shot a gazelle
There'll be
last
a lot
month.
of mayo
yeah,
on
give
that
me the
sandwich for the whites.
Give me the fucking sandwich. You know what I mean?
Would you take the sandwich for free if someone else is like giving out sandwiches of the racist guy? Would you be like, oh, yeah, well,
With
I'll
no
try
mayo.
it?
Well, see, free?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. I always said, like when we go to work.
I
and
knew
we,
you'd eat a racist roast beef.
It has nothing to do with that. It's all a matter of not what's it doing for me, but how does it affect my life? Like when we always said you can wear jerseys at work one day a week. Okay, I'll wear a jersey. Hey, that's an ugly jersey. I don't care. I'm not wearing a fucking suit. And I always said, if you say you can wear a Hitler T-shirt twice a month, I'm wearing a Hitler T-shirt because I'm comfortable.
Don't you guys wear vests?
We definitely
No.
don't wear Hitler t-shirts.
We used to, but we don't
The
anymore.
vests. I don't think that is. I wouldn't go.
That's a
somewhere
big.
that has
That's a big casino dealer thing. Vests. They're all over.
They love
I
a
don't
good
like
vest in that business.
But ours
Vest
is
with no
different.
jackets.
Ours is kind of more of a party atmosphere. It's just a pretty
Is that
standard
new?
long sleeve
I
shirt.
don't know.
Hey, what about everybody was pissed this last week or whatever because Louis C.K. won a Grammy Award?
Right?
I like Louis C.K.
Why is he getting canceled
He
still?
is
I
the
still
one
don't understand
person
his.
who has
Because
not
he was
only
that child molestation thing on Saturday Night Live. That's what did
not,
him in.
No, it
No, it
wasn't.
wasn't.
They're still mad about
That's
the
a
fucking,
lot.
No,
That had a lot to do
that
with
had
it.
nothing to do with it. It
Him
was
jerking off in front of people.
yes.
He
That's
masturbated.
100%. And he asked
Yeah, and they all,
and he accepted responsibility
of what?
And he said
I'm still upset how what he did was bad. I don't
he
understand.
puts it in his act. He's upfront about it. He's not trying to hide from
He's a
it. They're
comedian.
mad because he got a Grammy for talking about that because that set
Yeah.
was largely to do with that. But I think because he was humble,
got a
he was
Grammy
like,
for a
"Hey,
comedy album."
they didn't say no, so I just kept going." You know, I'm with
I think
you.
Louis
It wasn't even,
C.K.
it wasn't
is
even they
fucking
didn't
hilarious.
say no. It was he literally asked, "Can I jerk off in front of you?" And they go, "Yes."
And they
then
were
he-
all adults.
And then he jerked off in front of them, and then months later, like, "Hey, that wasn't right, was it?" I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, there has to be a line somewhere before that's just ridiculous.
It's not a crime if there's no victim.
Yeah, you can't.
See how deep that was?
You can't decide to
victim
be a
'cause he
victim
asked.
6 months later.
I agree.
You
But
said
you know what you
yes.
can decide 6 months later? Can I get some money out of this?
I don't. Was that even? I don't think I ever went to civil
Not from
court or
Louis
anything.
C.K.
It has
all
nothing to
his
do with
shows
that.
get canceled.
They're getting paid for doing fucking interviews. Hey, talk to me. Tell me what happened. I'll give
Are
you
they?
20 grand.
Do you know who they are?
No.
Exactly. They're not. That's the thing is that those people that did that, they're not famous off of that. They didn't get anything out of that. But
I'm
either
not
way,
talking
it's
to
just
get
weird.
rich.
I don't
But they're
understand the
victims,
cancellations.
and it's a victimhood thing.
How are
Doesn't
they
matter.
victims? They could have walked out of the room.
They are victims of a very serious sexual situation.
I have been in the
Much
room
like
during that same
this
sexual
woman who was
assault.
sitting next to a man on Southwest Airlines
Whoa.
recently.
What is this bitch? She can't just fucking go into it without a
Segue.
song. If you're gonna get into it, let's get into
It's
it.
relevant. I can't help it.
Yeah.
I've heard this one too.
Whatever.
This is awesome.
Oh shit! Every time I remember that I never made you a video, so then we fuck it up.
Oh, but I have a dance.
So that's the best part of this. What we're about to do is because I guarantee
That's a dance? Just do like Twyla.
You know my dance.
this
Twyla
is gonna
Tharp.
be
I do it
fucked
every
up,
time.
but we'll see. Or it's gonna be too loud, but we'll see.
Whoopi with the news, Whoopi got that news. Whoopi with the news, yes she reads shit. Whoopi with the news, Whoopi got that news.
Hey, I didn't fuck it up. Not bad. And you just love the dance.
Gave you
I
this.
do.
And her camera didn't freeze.
Am
That's
I on camera
kinda
when that happens?
shocking.
I don't even know.
I love your first story because I heard about this the other day.
Did
Loved
ya?
it. Loved it.
I can't. I don't know what's wrong with this woman. A gentleman on a Southwest Airlines flight
Sounds like an asshole.
who is just minding his own business.
Well, I wouldn't call it that.
Perhaps he's excited by flying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how they know he jacked off 4 times. They say that he was kicked off a flight because he masturbated 4 times
In
on
front of this
flight,
woman.
who videotaped it before she told anyone about it.
And-
they moved her seat.
When he ejaculated, he rose up from the seat.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. So
Yeah,
he
they
rose-
said he stood up when he
did get
nutted.
off 4 times.
4
though.
times. Now, the impressive thing about this guy is it was from Seattle to Phoenix, a 3-hour flight, and he knocked 4 off.
Wow.
That is a lot.
I
So
think
basically,
it-
what they're
That's a
saying
ridiculous
is he was
amount.
sitting by the window, hot girl sitting next to him. And he, hey, how you like this and whatever. He jerked off. She didn't say anything, so
Exactly.
he decided to do it again
She didn't
and
say
again and
anything
again.
until she videotaped it, and then she asked for help. She got moved. I don't
Maybe
see
she
what her
was-
problem is.
And you just then what are you going off on Louis C.K. for? It's the same fucking thing.
I don't think she
That's
went
what
off
I'm
on
saying.
Louis C.K.
No.
Really. I mean,
Well, no, she was saying that they were victims.
well, she was saying they're classifying themselves.
Other
as victims.
people are.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
I
that
don't
say
think
she's a
this
victim.
guy asked the girl.
And that's
hey,
what
can
I'm
I
saying.
jerk
Like
off?
that's where his fatal flaw was. He didn't ask. Can I go ahead and just?
No,
dig
you
it
know,
out
you
real
can't
quick?
just jerk off. You know, like I said, I was in a room one time when this sexual assault went down. Looking back.
Was it Wendy? That wasn't an assault.
You fucking died. All right. Anyways, I was in the room when the sexual
We're
assault
not
was
buying
happening.
your sandwiches
And
anymore.
It wasn't even the room. It was when we lived down in that Vine Street house
Yeah.
that
Oh,
no
good
one in the
God.
world should have ever lived
With all
in.
the homeless people in it.
And Chris was trying to hook up with a girl, and they were right. And the friend was wanting to leave, so they're getting them to leave. And the other guy that lived there, named Matt, who I don't know if you remember much of Matt, But Matt was a little crazy.
The hell you say?
He's like, you ladies can't leave because I'm going to sit down here at the bottom of the steps and jerk off. And then he sat down at the bottom of the steps and jerked off so the ladies didn't leave. Now that's sexual assault.
That's kidnapping. Is what that is.
You can't do that. That's illegal. And if
he's not
I
allowing
can
them to
blow
leave.
by a guy with his own dick in his hand.
you might be able to, but those ladies seemed intimidated.
And
by
maybe
him
they were
jerking off at
scared.
the bottom of the steps.
People did not know what they were in for when they crossed that threshold.
You were in
That's
that house.
kidnapping.
You knew that. Strangers came into the house. They were confused because that house was not full
the
of normal
bar
people.
next door closed, and his room. I didn't even live there. I feel like I lived there.
Mad Frog?
Yeah.
And he'd just be like, "Come on next door, guys. We all live over here." And this guy would come over with like a fishing tackle box full of drugs and stuff.
Oh, that
and-
old hippie guy that used
Willie
to bring all the
Nelson.
cocaine over. I remember him. He was awesome.
And then the guys would be out at night, and for some reason, especially Chris, like they would meet some very timid, nice-looking girls, bring them back to a world that these girls were not at all
well, because
familiar
Chris
with.
wasn't a bad-looking guy. You know what I mean? He knew how to talk to
You
people.
couldn't tell right away that he was off his fucking rocker.
Exactly. So he could get girls back, but then they get
I
in that
think
house.
that was part of the point.
And that was like the carnival of horrors when she got in that house. You didn't know what the fuck was going to go on. You know, I was usually just sitting there getting high. I was the safest person in the building for the most part. Everybody, well, me and Adam.
It feels like you guys were there for so long, but it was what, like 6 months?
2 months.
Are
It
you
was
fucking
2
serious?
months. We didn't pay.
You get evicted?
Oh yeah, we didn't pay one bill once. Well, nothing. We just moved in and we never paid anything until we got evicted. And it was
That's all it took to get you out was 2 months?
maybe it could have been 3 months.
It was not in any good condition when they left. They dropped a 5-gallon bucket of paint down the steps or something.
Yeah, I left.
Broke the steps.
I went home. I went to Amy's house that night and spent the night. And I came back the next morning to that and the landlord there. And it was the most awkward fucking situation I've ever had in my life because they had taken a 5-gallon thing of paint and just threw it down the steps.
Just to be dicks?
Oh yeah,
Because it's funny.
ripped the banister off the steps too. I mean,
Who were these people? We talking
Some of
Miggy?
our best friends.
no, not Miguel. Chris, the guy that burnt himself,
Uh-huh.
and then a guy named Matt, which you wouldn't know anything about. I've only
doesn't
was
ring
really
a bell.
temporary friends with him, kind of, and then me and Adam. But then all the other people that would come over too. I mean, Adam probably didn't do any of it. I'm sure Adam just
He
got
was
wasted.
on tour a lot. Then.
Was he at that
Like he
time?
was still doing drum stuff then.
Yeah, I don't remember.
'Cause I would stay in his room.
Okay. His room had a permanent leak in it. This shows you the level of housing too.
Well, you told me about it. There was holes in the
yeah.
floors
So
and
it was
walls.
crazy. But I came home that day and everybody else was already gone, and I had just to pick up the rest of my shit. And the landlord was there, and he just was following me around, screaming at me
Was
the
he?
whole fucking time. I'm gonna take you for everything you're worth, and I'm just like laughing. I'm like, I'm not worth anything, dude.
Did
I
anything
was
ever
like-
happen when you moved out of Rose Street after the condition that was in with 3 inches of fucking shit water in the bottom? That was not your fault. That was the landlord's fault.
We did have,
But
about
you
3
never
inches of
called the
shit water.
landlord to tell them.
We had that shit bathroom, dude. We had a bathroom down in the basement.
For a
that's-
while, we had 2 toilets.
I don't
and
know
was
how it
fucking
happened,
beautiful.
but the shitter literally blew up at some point because there was just shit all over the whole room, like covered. It was so
For a
gross.
period of months, it was a very nice place because there were 3 parking spots and 2 toilets.
It was a great house. We ruined it in 3
And
years.
they just
or well, we were there for like
fucked
5
her
or
up.
6 years. But either way,
My ex-boyfriend got us hooked up with that one, and man, the landlord really regrets taking that referral.
because not only he came down probably in that basement, that shit everywhere, and then we had
Bloody tampons.
multiple bloody tampons hanging up, like used tampons.
Yours?
No,
they're
gifts
like six-
from some of Chris's lady friends.
Yeah, like 6-year-old bloody tampons hanging from the
They
ceiling.
would bring them to him in Ziploc bags.
It
Like
was
it's normal.
So fucking disgusting. It was so disgusting. I just wouldn't go in the basement.
You know what's funny? The last
Plus, my dog shit all
8,
over
9
the place.
years.
God, everywhere.
The last 8, 9 years of the fucking club at Metropolis, I would, being the DJ, I would say, hey, I've got, I always had shit to give away. I've got Mardi Gras beads, I got T-shirts, whatever. Hey, first 10 girls give me their underwear. And women would run up and hand me their underwear. And what I would do is I would drape them across the bars.
That blows my mind.
Oh, I had thousands of
For
pairs
beads.
for anything. Mardi Gras beads, they would have sucked my dick if I would have asked. But I would say, give me your underwear. And they would run up and give me their underwear.
So how many times did you ask?
For a blowjob?
Yeah.
No.
I gave him up a
at
cheap
this point, I
bra
was married.
once. I gave up
okay.
a cheap
But I
bra
would put
once.
the underwear over the lighting trusses around each bar. And I would honestly probably had 200 pair.
Those end of the night girls, those were wet. That was
The funniest
sweaty.
thing about it, well, they would dry out eventually. But the funny thing is, these girls would come in and they would like laugh with their friends. Hey, that third pair is mine.
And you never had a stinky pair?
I never looked at them. We just threw them over.
Well, because Ryan would have sniffed every single pair.
Unlike this
But the
gentleman
funny thing
I
is,
encountered
you
on
would go up
Reddit.
there and you would see a pair of underwear, and all of a sudden you see, oh, cool, thong, thong, thong. And this one just buzzing with fruit flies.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Swear to God.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And it's like, the girls, if they walk up and, hey, those are my underwear, they're not going to go, hey, that's the one with all the fucking flies on it.
It's the yeast. It's sugary.
That's what it is. And it was so funny because they would leave this one alone and leave this one alone and go right after this one.
That's
you can
so fucking
you can
gross.
get a nice fingerful and make a sourdough starter from it.
a
and make bread.
fingerful?
Yeah, you can just. I mean,
don't ever do that again.
Whoopi's wearing a dress today. She's got a little bit. Yeah. You can do that. I mean, honestly, you can make sourdough starter from leaving flour and water out on the counter, but you can jumpstart it with your own microbiome.
Hey,
and
do you know
have
what
pussy bread?
you know what you call an Ethiopian woman with a yeast infection?
bread?
Quarter pounder with cheese.
Oh, good God. So I was looking for my news and I got distracted.
I think it needs to be updated.
There was
I don't think Ethiopia is the poorest one anymore.
They're still pretty close.
I was on a
Masai just called. He said you're an asshole.
Today I fucked up on Reddit. You should definitely check this out. Have this one on your thread. And the guy, he thought about it for months. He really considered this decision, and he finally got on one of these who knows where Japanese. I just assume it is them for some reason. Website and ordered a pair of used underwear, thinking it was going to be super hot. He said he got this thing, and he no sooner than he cracked the bag open than he was just hit in the face with this foul, dead smell from these underwear
Really?
that he paid American dollars for. So, you never know what you're going to get. And if you want to be a real hardcore underwear man, you got to whiff the dead shit too.
It's funny because I did a little research on those things because we had talked about them.
Yeah.
You actually get into detail. You actually pick out the underwear from the catalog. You ask them how many times a week you want them to wear them. They pay you pay more by the day.
If anyone's interested
What do
in
you want me to
purchasing
do?
the underwear I wear during this show, I'll accept as little as $5. Please send cash or money order.
Why would you accept $5? Your
You
underwear,
paid more than that.
I was
going to
say there's no way your underwear are cheaper than $5.
They come in packs, guys. I'm not that fancy.
I know, but I buy a lot
I
of
got
underwear.
a pack of 20. It changed my life. Cut my laundry days in half,
20 pair. I've never even seen a man's underwear in 20.
I don't
Oh,
even
you got
know
that
that I've
shit from China.
cycled
You
through
got
all
some,
of
like,
them.
Wish.com
Amazon, dude,
panties?
baby. Amazon.
Yeah, but it still came from China.
Cotton briefs.
Cotton briefs.
Cotton briefs. Black. All black. Every pair black.
Oh,
You ever wear
man.
thongs?
No.
You don't like them?
No, that's a functional thing for do men give a shit about underwear lines? I really have always wanted to know this.
Yeah, panty lines kind of kill a lot
Really?
of things. Well, I mean,
It
it's not
depends
gonna,
on the panties.
Or if the panties
Like,
are
if you-
appropriately sized, because if they're too small, I get you. You're getting like a dinner roll.
if
kinda
you're wearing
cut.
yoga pants and it lines right up the middle, and yeah, it looks like
See, I'm
two
different.
butts.
If you're wearing yoga pants and you're wearing like cheeks underwear, where now I can see a little cheek definition through the yoga pants, I think it's kind of hot.
That's a good thing.
But you know what I mean? But if it's just like regular ass underwear and you're wearing under yoga pants and you can see it real good, then yeah, it's not
I don't
a good
like.
look.
Yeah, those.
Like if you can see the sewn in
Yeah,
double
yeah,
layer.
yeah. Exactly.
Let me make one thing very clear.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop me from fucking you.
No, and then,
Okay.
yeah, that's the thing.
Tell me
I'm
now
just gonna
about how
rag
men
you
feel
about
about eyebrows. Eyebrows have been on my mind
As
a
long
lot
as there's
lately.
two, I don't give a fuck.
Really? Yeah,
Well-
a lot of my friends are spending a lot of
Nah.
money on eyebrow alterations.
I think, you know what? I think it looks even weirder. I know people, I've seen women.
the jobs look real good. I'm not saying they're
But
bad, but
some
it's a
of
lot
these
of money.
women, they're literally just painted on. There are no eyebrows.
Yeah, see, that's what I was gonna say. You say we don't care about eyebrows. We do care about eyebrows, but we don't care about eyebrows like y'all care about eyebrows. We just don't want a unibrow. Bitch got a unibrow.
That's what
I'm
I'm
like,
saying, as
all
long
right,
as
that's
there's
good.
two.
Yeah, as long
Well,
as
they
there's
have
two.
to do that because they're very trendy ladies, and during the 90s,
Or big
they
bushy ones. I don't want gigantic-
They
You don't
plucked
want
that
caterpillars
shit to a
either.
single file line, and it doesn't grow in anymore. Now the fashion is big bushy, so they have to.
The fashion now is big bushy?
Oh yeah, like I could really bush mine out, and that would be that's a good thing.
See, I try to
the
the
keep 'em-
fashion's that threading thing I see sometimes, and
Yeah.
that weirds me
Oh,
out.
that's
and
out.
honestly.
that
That's out
hurts.
Does it hurt?
Fuck
Is
yeah.
it out already?
They're not trying to pull them out anymore. They're trying to make it bigger.
Yeah, they're basically taking thread and just fucking yanking the hairs
That's
out
plucking.
one at a time.
That's just plucking. It's a shaping
but they call
thing.
it threading.
Yeah, now they're doing microblading, which is like a
Cutting you.
No, it is. It's like
And
a
then-
tattoo.
Like a tattoo. Yeah, they cut
It's-
you and then fill it with ink.
but a tattoo artist is not qualified to do it. You have to have a separate license from
Cosmetology
the
license.
government.
I know a couple people that have like beards and like hair tattooed on them at this point, and it just the thing that gets me with that is they've picked the style. And now you're stuck with this
Exactly.
style for the life.
And you've already determined, like, you fucked up in the 90s by following the trend, and now you want to follow the trend again. Sometimes, like, the microblading fades after a while, but sometimes it doesn't.
There's this guy.
And you're stuck
There's this
with
guy
it.
I know that has a full head of hair tattooed on his head, but he has his sideburns down to a V. It's like, that's not a style that's going to be a thing
So
for a
he's
long time.
bald and
He's completely
shiny
bald, and it just has hair
dark
tattooed.
color?
You know who I'm talking about. You've seen that
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, it's
And
insane.
the lines are just like fucking perfect, and it looks ridiculous because
Yeah.
it doesn't look real.
Is
at
it
all.
just his hairline, or is it everything?
Everything.
It's everything. But I think when he got it done, you know, he'd started to lose his hair, and it's kind of like that spray-on hair.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, well, I'll just fill it in a little bit here and there,
But
and then as his hair kept going back, he had to keep getting that filled in.
The spray-on hair has, like, fibers in it to make it look...
But it also, when you
Hair
sweat,
like-
it drips
Drips.
down your face.
I think that's the cheap shit, though. I don't think that's all of it. I think you can get some good shit, but
That's
I don't
the
know. You would
spray.
think Giuliani would have the good shit, and his shit dripped.
well,
He
you would
did a
you would think
last-minute
that
job.
Trump wouldn't have that
Someone
hair.
went out to Rite Aid
Well,
and
Trump
got
don't
him-
drip, though.
Well, no, but
I don't
my
think he
God,
dyes
go to Vidal Sassoon or something. Trump, say, hey, do something with this.
I don't
that's
think
his
he dyes
signature.
it.
Yeah, that's like the Anthony Davis fucking unibrow. It pisses me off still.
His hair grows weird, and it's definitely combed over in all kind of weird directions, but I think the color is normal.
No, I think it's colored. I don't. He's not blonde. He's 60-some years old, right? 70.
It's probably what happens when you spend 20 years of your life doing speed nonstop. Your hair just gets all crazy.
Hey, when you're getting
If he
that-
spent
when,
his whole life doing speed, he would not look the
when
way
you're
he does.
banging the broads, Trump's banging, and they don't care about your hair, I don't care either.
That's
You know
true.
what I mean?
That's the standard. Would
Oh,
Trump
you,
bang this
Melania,
slut?
you're gonna fuck this with this hair? I ain't
You
changing
think
it.
Melania fucks him?
I think she did.
I think Melania's
Well, she
featured
definitely
here
did.
in
They've definitely
Part Pups.
fucked, but I mean, do you think they're still fucking?
I think
No.
they both fuck
I
whoever
think
they
he
want.
had to pay her for the
Well,
once.
then he's getting pussy somewhere else because there's no way
Of
Donald
course
Trump's
he's
not going to
getting
get
pussy
pussy.
somewhere else. He's
Yeah.
fucking secretaries and women that work for him
Okay.
and whores. I guarantee
I
it.
tell you, as long as we're
Women
agreeing
of
that Donald
low
Trump's
power.
still out there getting pussy,
No
but,
doubt.
But I think we all agree that Melania's probably not fucking him, and he's in the position now, or she's put him in the position where he can't just get rid of her like his past whores because he's too high up in politics.
Ivanka?
Yeah, you can't do that nowadays.
Can't trade in for his daughter.
Yeah, what you
Well,
really
what
wants
was
to do?
Ivanka's mom's name?
Other bitch, I don't know.
I thought it was Ivanka.
Oh, Ivana.
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 Yeah, and then they named Ivanka,
Yeah.
right? By the way, I will
was
say
good
this.
looking.
Ivanka Trump
She's a
is
hottie.
fucking not hottie. She's fucking stunning.
She and Jared moved to Florida, and they're always getting in trouble from their homeowners association because they won't follow any of the rules, and the people want to move. Like, they couldn't live in Manhattan or New York
cares?
because everyone hated them, so they moved to Florida, and everyone hates them there too. They let their like small 2-year-old
Who's
play in
Jared?
the ocean by
That's
himself.
that dork that was helped run the
husband.
country for a while.
Her husband.
Oh, that's her husband.
Yeah.
What's his last name? I just call him the dork that ran the
Kushner.
country. Yeah, Kushner.
Kushner. I didn't think
She's
of that.
fucking, but I mean, she's beyond beautiful. When she dolls herself up, my God, she's fucking stunning.
I seen a picture of old Donnie though, little Donnie Jr. And he does the most cocaine ever.
I want to
That
get.
guy's eyes, just every time you see him, is like he has
Yeah.
the worst
wanna get-
cocaine eyes ever.
I want to get in a room alone with Barron and ask him some real frank questions.
He's
Barron's
gonna give you
got-
one fucking word answers. He has autism.
No, I think he's gonna have a real nice book when
He's
he's
a big
older.
tall boy now, though. It looks like he might be able to throw
He
a punch.
shot
when
up while he
gets
was in the
there.
White House too.
All right, I got one for you guys.
He's on
If
those
you could
Yao Ming
take any
drugs.
one famous person, okay,
Yeah.
you get 5 minutes in a room alone to ask them questions, and they 100% have to answer the truth. Shit you've always wanted. Who are you going in with? I know who I'm going in with.
Oh, I can't do this
I'm
on
going
the
in.
spot
I'm going in
shit.
with OJ because I want to know. Even though I know he did it, I want the details
You want him
of
to
what
tell
he
you.
did.
You want him to say it out loud.
Yeah, just to me,
Mm-hmm.
but you're going to get the truth 100%. I mean, you could basically take somebody in the CIA during the Kennedy assassination, take them. I'm taking OJ because I want to know exactly what happened. Who you taking?
I don't know, but did you see OJ's video on Twitter when he was talking about the Will Smith thing?
Yeah.
He's like, a lot of people have been asking me my opinion. You're like,
No, they
what
haven't.
the fuck? Why would they ask your opinion? We know what you would do. All right,
Yeah, but he'd go up there with a machete and chop their fucking heads off.
you fucking psycho. Just
But
stay away. Just,
That would definitely be my guy. I just want the details from the time you went over there to the time that Al Cowling's car got pulled over.
And here's the thing: we all know here, OJ's innocent. So it would be kind of a boring trip. But what would you be up to?
Two of us know.
I can't do this on the spot shit. I'm not sure.
What do you mean you
I
can't
need
do
a
this
minute.
on the
Something in
spot
history
shit.
you've always
I need
wanted
a
to know the
minute.
truth to?
Fuck, man. I don't know who I would go with. I would probably have to pick a Would you stop it with Marchetti? You twiddling fuck.
I always look at you. You're twiddling.
But it's not making noise.
Ringer's off.
My ringer's off. My volume is all the way down,
Wow.
but the alarms the alarms still go.
How many alarms do you need?
I mean, just when I get a text message or
That's
an
not an
email,
alarm. That's a
Those are-
notification.
those still make noise.
Well, then your ringer's not off. You've got to figure out how to do shit.
Ringer.
God,
Who's
he's-
calling you?
He's
Look.
so old.
It's all the way off.
Ah, shit. Anyways, where were we going? All right, who
Oh.
would I want to have in a room? Like I said, I think it would have to be a president. I'd have to know that shit. And I feel like
That's a good
I
one.
feel like one president. At this point, I'm just picking out who I'd want to hang out with for a little bit and maybe ask some questions to. I think I'd go Bill Clinton.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, because
But everyone knows what happened with Bill Clinton. He ended up telling.
no.
He fucked her with a cigar. She sucked his dick.
My first instinct was
That
the
was
Queen.
that one. There's a lot of others. I want to
Queen
know if he was
Elizabeth.
on Epstein's island.
I get
you know
you.
what I want to know. I want to know all that stuff.
You got a half hour
and then,
drilling with
and
questions.
then just my typical America questions. You know what I mean? I feel like once you're the president, you know all the past secrets.
I
There's a
agree.
book.
So I mean, you go after Clinton. Would you really want to talk to George Bush Jr.? That guy's a fucking slow adult. I don't really want to talk to
he
him.
knows shit too.
And then, of course, they all know shit. But at least I'm going to get more out of Clinton. Obama, maybe. Trump, I guess. Yeah, there'd be a lot of questions for Trump
I don't
if he could be
think
truthful.
that
But
Bill
I don't.
Clinton's going to be able to really tell you like who killed Kennedy and if
Are
Area
you kidding me?
51's real.
You
I don't think
become
he knows all
American
that.
president.
Yeah,
Day
you know
two,
everything,
you're like,
dude.
where's that book with all the good stuff in it?
Yeah, exactly.
It was in that Nick Cage movie. It's real.
You're in
That
there
book's
once.
not real.
Well,
Area 51. Tell
once
me
you go
what
in,
up.
well, and then there's part of me that thinks maybe not because Donald Trump was president, and I feel like he's the guy that
there
would
were
be telling
a
you
lot of
everything.
There were a lot of people keeping him away from
You
that
would
shit.
think that.
yeah, like
Hey, you didn't vote for me? Guess what? This guy killed Kennedy. This guy
Right.
did this. Yeah.
fuck, we found aliens in '62.
Hey, do you guys really want to vote for Biden when his party brought these aliens over? And you know
Well,
what I mean?
My initial instinct was to say Queen Elizabeth because she's the head of state
Mm-hmm.
and she's so old. She's been through so much. She was there during all of the incidents that you guys mentioned.
Yeah, but she's in England and she has that accent. Why would you ever want to be in a room with that accent? That's so awful.
God, you lost like so many. Queen of England.
Listen,
she's the most
look at
boring
me.
human.
I'm not here to be the cool one, okay?
Well, good because that statement right there.
I'm aware of what my role is. Whoopi reads the news.
Whoopi, she is kind of a fucking nerd.
Hey, I would go in.
I'm surprised you haven't hit me on my librarian outfit yet today.
I'm used to it. You've had a librarian outfit for fucking 30 years. I've known you. It's not a.
I'd go in with Martha Stewart and ask her, really, does she use sweatshops? Does she fucking employ little immigrant kids? I'd want to know that over who killed John F. fucking Kennedy.
You think Martha Stewart would know
What?
if her places actually were sweatshops?
Fuck
I want to know if
She's
she
so
fucked
removed
Snoop.
from that shit. She's like, just put my name.
I think she sucked his dick.
I think
They
she's not.
definitely fucked.
I think she sucked Snoop's
Except
dick.
for that Snoop is so afraid of his powerful wife.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
He's pretty committed.
Actually, you know what? I just think they're buddies. You know,
at the same
it's a
time-
weirdest buddy thing
I
I've
don't
ever
even think
heard
they're
of.
buddies. I think they know it works on television, so they make it work on
I think they
television.
might be
Maybe.
I don't think they're texting each other on Wednesday going, "Hey man, did you see that fucking football game?" It's
They share
not like that.
recipes. They share recipes and stuff. Yeah, they do. They're friends.
Snoop's
real.
he's
What are you, their
changed
best fucking
so
friend? How would you
much.
know?
They're like a
Don't
little
just
bit of
assume
friends.
shit.
Queen Elizabeth told her.
Hey man, we do have to. We're getting on. I know you have some stuff, and we want to get to.
Now, my asshole of the week is painfully obvious, and it's probably the jerk off of the week of 90% of the podcast going around, but I got to do it. JD Vance is my asshole of the week.
You're gonna have to fill me in because I don't know who the
He's
fuck
running
that
for
is.
he's running for Senate in Ohio,
Okay.
and his newest commercial basically starts off exactly this way: "Are you racist? Do you hate Mexicans?" That's how it starts.
Yeah.
Are you racist? Do you hate Mexicans?
Hold on, let me answer. No.
Sure. I don't know. Tell me more.
His mother was had a shithole husband. Bottom line is she got addicted to pain medication, and then she started doing heroin, and she almost died. And he blames the Mexicans for that because heroin came over from Mexico.
Is he the guy who wrote that book?
He's running for
Is
state
he
senate.
Hillbilly Elegy?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's him.
I heard that's a good book.
And now he's running.
Yeah,
but
it's
basically,
completely inflated view of Appalachia
by
and
the-
the drug problem.
And I own that book. Never read it, but I own it. Someone
it
bought
was
it for
a
me.
movie.
This
It was a
guy,
movie.
I
you
got
want
it-
to
I
talk
got a long
about
time ago.
hardcore fucking Trumper. This guy's like basically, hey, are you racist? Do you hate Mexicans?
Vote for
I don't
me.
care what you call us, basically. What you call us, he said. They might call us this, but I don't care. I almost lost my mother to that poison shit coming from Mexico. Fuck the borders. We need this wall. And this was just...
We need this wall.
It didn't come from Mexico. It came from American pill manufacturers.
But, well, no, the heroin. And she got hooked on that
I
after.
don't think we get heroin from Mexico.
Yeah, we do. We get every drug.
I mean,
Afghanistan.
I'm sure we get some of it from Mexico,
It's
but
from
I think a lot of the
Afghanistan.
heroin's coming from overseas and the shipping containers and everything else.
That's
Middle East, they
now.
grow
This
puppies.
wasn't then. I mean, his mom probably did this shit 30 years ago.
I don't
Who the
think
fuck
Mexico
knows?
is like a great place to grow poppies. I think
What-
it grows
You can
in
get a lot-
specific
you get a lot
when
of
you say
cocaine.
30 years ago, do you
Yeah,
think
definitely
the
like cocaine.
70s? Because sometimes I do.
I think that's probably when it happened.
When you
This
say
guy's
30
probably
years ago?
50.
Yeah, and I don't realize
I
that
do
it was the
think this-
90s.
I know, I'm still there. I think it's
Oh my God, you're right.
when you say 30 years ago, it's like 70s is
97?
But this guy, here's the worst part about this fucking guy. He's running for office, and the first two things out of his mouth are, "Do you hate Mexicans?" And I'm sitting there going, "Is Ohio fucked up enough to where these Trumpers are going to go, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
I'll vote for you"?
Yes.
Are we in that bad a shape?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We can't even carry on elections right now because they're still fucking around with the maps.
Oh, yeah, that's a different kind of thing, but that's yeah.
But
Ohio's
you can be a Trumper. Okay, what I'm saying is the political system is fucking breaking down so bad. You can be a Trumper and you can be one of these
But they're-
crazy people.
They're,
But
they're going to
start-
justify it by pointing at whoever else the Democrat thinks. Well,
Oh,
that person is like.
Are you
wouldn't
saying that they're not even hiding anymore?
Yes.
Yes.
And what I'm saying is
That's true.
hiding to me would be, are you for legalized immigration? Are you for cutting off the borders? But it starts, are you racist? Do you hate Mexicans? I don't care what they call us. That's his commercial.
It's a huge constituency.
and that's verbatim.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
exactly
People thought
what he said.
racism was over when Barack Obama was elected president. They just went underground. They were
But
just hiding.
and that's what
better.
scares me.
Now they
Certain
don't hide
things in this
anymore.
fucking country, in this life, are better underground.
That's why they didn't. That's why they liked Trump, because he wasn't hiding any of it, and they didn't want to hide.
Trump was
any-
hiding
Trump
a
still
lot.
hid it, but
Oh, he's hiding a lot.
But
Anyway.
Trump did a lot of winks. You know what I mean? Like that kind of hiding it. A little wink and a stare. He hid it, but he didn't hide it, kind of thing. And that's why people did love him. But the people on the state levels and then the local levels always take that extra level because they're even appealing even more redneck. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
but I mean, the thing that scares me is
Like
this
if your
guy.
district is Bethel, that shit's gonna work.
you can say
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you want.
But what I'm saying is Ohio is full of Bethels all
Yes,
over the fucking
exactly.
thing. You know what I mean? And
Ohio
if
is
you
Bethel
if you just
with a
keep
big city in it.
adding those fucking things to it, and I'm sitting there thinking, well, David Duke tried to not hide it anymore when he ran for president, and they said, "Oh, you know what? Fuck you. Even if we like you, and we're the Klans people too, we can't do this." Now this guy's coming out loud and proud. He never says in it, "I'm racist," but he basically says, "Are you racist? Do you hate Mexicans?" Well, I don't care what they call us. My mom almost died from this shit, and I'm sitting there going, "Well, yeah, you're telling us you really do hate Mexicans and everything about it, and that you want other people like you to stand up." And I'm sitting there thinking, fuck, are we there? Is that where we are now?
Yep.
Is the rest of the country like this, or is it just Ohio?
No, there's some other fucked up places too.
Country, yeah. The entire South.
There was some guy I just seen. I don't remember. He's also backed by Trump. I think it's in Georgia, maybe, where he came out and said he's a black guy, black Republican Trumpster, and said that gays don't have civil rights because people choose to be gay.
Wow, that's ballsy.
Yeah, they don't deserve because they're choosing to be gay. I can't choose to be black. I am black, so I deserve civil rights or whatever. But they don't because they're gay. And they choose to be gay, of course. So yeah, we have that running down in Georgia. Hey, you know what else is all running in Georgia, which is just funny to me? Herschel Walker.
What's that?
Herschel Walker is not
Isn't
only
he
running, but he's probably going to win the Senate seat down there and be a senator. And I don't know if
way.
you know much about Herschel Walker.
I know everything
Is he a
about him. That's
sportsman coach?
Yeah, he played for the. No, he was a football
Do you know about him
player.
on a personal level, not on a sports level?
No.
Because on a sports level, the guy was a freak fucking athlete.
At the University of
Freak
Georgia,
athlete.
he had no ears though. He's got little tiny baby ears.
Great running back.
Phenomenal.
Had a good NFL career. I think he's a Hall of Famer, isn't he?
Yep.
But the thing with Herschel Walker is he self-admitted has multiple personality disorder. He
Which one's running?
you never know. and if you've ever heard him talk, he basically just sounds like a slow adult. I mean, there's something going wrong with Herschel Walker. Apparently, he had a horrible childhood. He might be on the spectrum or something like that. But either way,
it doesn't matter.
He's probably going to win.
Is he probably going to win because of his color?
No, he's running against a Democrat who's also black. He's a Republican as black.
He's going to win because he was good at sports 40 years ago.
He was great at sports 40 years ago, and he's backed by Trump, and he just parrots Trump stuff. He just says the same stuff.
Well, I would think in Georgia that would be a tough thing
You would think so. Well, but Georgia, dude, outside of Atlanta is Bethel.
Well, you're right.
You know what I mean?
No, it's Bethel with money.
It's felicity.
Well, depends on where you're at in Georgia.
Well,
There's
you
a
go
lot
to
of poor
places
people
like
too.
Savannah and shit. That's beautiful there. Just rich old money.
I'm just saying that's not a, people think
and
of
you know
Georgia
where
as
that rich
liberal
old
state,
money in the South came from?
Slaves?
Oh, I don't know.
And that's the thing too about Herschel Walker is the sports does play a role. So
Name recognition.
You're going to get the people that are just going to vote Republican regardless are going to vote for him. But then you're also going to get the Herschel Walker fans. He's in fucking Georgia. He was the king of Georgia.
Check.
They got Manny Pacquiao there, what fucking mayor of his city or whatever.
Yeah, dude, Manny Pacquiao might end up being the president of the Philippines eventually just because he was really good at boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Manny Pacquiao apparently is a real bright guy.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah, Herschel Walker, I don't see it, buddy.
Isn't Wyclef Jean the president of Haiti or something? Didn't that same thing happen?
I hope he is. I don't think he is. But Wyclef Jean is definitely not the president of Haiti.
He's not.
He should take it over there. He should take. I bet you he'd clean up that AIDS problem.
He ran for something. He did something.
Hey, that island's weird, anyways. From what I hear, like Haiti's like third world country, and then the other side of the island is what, like Costa Rica or some shit like that. Dominican, and Dominican's not that bad off.
I heard that's
Dominican's bad off.
I heard that's a bad place to visit.
Yeah,
for
Dominican's
a single
bad
white lady.
off. Now, Dominican Republic is like
a lot of places are.
Is like Mexico.
That's the bar.
You go to the there's a lot of fucking resorts and resort areas for the tourists because it's beautiful.
Yeah,
but no, Dominicans are very poor.
Don't leave the resort.
I don't know. My Dominican barber tells me different.
No, they're very poor. I mean, all you got to do is check out all the Major League Baseball players.
Maybe it's like a Cincinnati Cleveland thing. You know what I mean?
Be.
He's from Dominican. He's like fucking Haiti. Yeah.
But I got to tell you
go to
one
Haiti,
thing.
You're like Dominicans.
Last night, without telling you where we work, there's a bunch of people from Jamaica there that are on a work program. They're here for like 6 months, and then they go
they're
back.
Working.
They're working, then they go back.
They're pleasant. I love them.
But you know what's funny?
It's kind of like training.
These two guys were having a conversation, and it was without a doubt, 100%, the coolest fucking accent I've ever heard in my fucking life.
I love how I can come to work and then I'll sit in the locker room and change, and I hear because a bunch of them get off at that time that I'm getting dressed. Yeah, and they're just talking. I'm like, this is awesome.
It was.
I feel cooler just being here.
It was the coolest fucking accent I ever heard. The conversation, the things they say, the terms they use, and in that accent, I was sitting there going, I just ride up and down for a while. I want to hear the end of this, even though I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about.
You pick up
coolest accent I've ever heard,
and it's hilarious that they're speaking English, but you can't fucking understand most of what they're saying.
And it really made me appreciate these actors and shit that try to do a Jamaican accent. It's not even close. It's not even fucking similar.
No, not in regular conversation.
No, you can do an English accent and get away with it.
You might be able to hit a couple phrases here and there, but you're not going to be able to actually have a conversation.
Coolest fucking thing I ever heard.
Accent work, I think, is probably worthy of that kind of praise.
I mean, there's been movies made in Jamaica, and you hear these guys, talk about it. You're like, well, maybe that wasn't very good. Because this conversation between these two dudes last night, I was fucking digging it. I just said, man, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it is the coolest accent.
Yeah,
we did have a Kane sighting, but I guess you want to win. So.
I gave him the old.
Oh, you gave him the finger?
Well,
don't give my kid the finger. It's illegal in 3 states.
Kevin Spacey did that.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey did that. Now look, now he can't finish his stupid.
But he didn't give him
president.
this finger. He gave him that finger when he picked him up.
You didn't want to drop him. It's for stability.
We're there already?
Would you rather, Christopher?
Well, this would you rather. I'm pointing it at Whoopi. Now, I needed to do a little thinking about this
How
before
homeless
you do.
is he?
No. He's really homeless. I mean, really fucking homeless.
Like outdoors, man.
Like hasn't had a home in a long time. Really homeless.
4 seasons homeless.
You know how you would get these messages?
One of the seasonal travelers.
Back in the day, you would get like a thing in your mailbox that said, hey, 2 blocks over, a child molester moved into your
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
thing. And I'd say 90% of the time, like that happened to me one time. It said child molester on your street.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, everybody drove by and blah, blah, blah. And he was so fucked up. He must have got his ass kicked every fucking day in prison. He was a decrepit old man with a bum arm. He wasn't molesting anybody at that point, even though fuck him. I'm glad it happened. Would you rather have a serial rapist move in as your next door neighbor,
Jesus.
but he's been in prison, he's rehabilitated and paid his debt to society? Okay, a serial rapist move in next to you, or a child molester, back and forth. You have to live next to one of them.
I don't have any kids.
So you have no empathy to people that do?
I'm going with Chester. Chester the molester, 100%.
That's an easy answer for her.
You think?
Yeah, man.
There are no children in my
if
house.
you gave me a choice, yeah, exactly. She don't have kids.
But on the
That's
alternative,
right.
you could get some
Completely
regular dick.
Unsullied by any children flowing through this tunnel. Tell your friends.
Yeah, I hear she's unbarren. Well, it's not even that. It's
And I heard it's
lucky.
the Lincoln Tunnel.
it's because she doesn't have the gallbladder.
Oh, see, people don't want to. Rapists will never fuck a woman.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm really concerned that the surgeon burned his initials into my organs because, like, surgeons do that.
Well,
Apparently.
let me change that then. Let me change that then to suit you a little better.
Someone who fucks people without gallbladders.
Rapist, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking rehabilitated rapist. Or on the other side, real total scumbag drug dealers who deal out of their house.
What
So you're
kind of
gonna get-
drugs?
Name it. Fucking fentanyl, heroin.
Well, see, then I'm
fentanyl.
going with the rapist
No
because
one
that
deals
person's going to
fentanyl.
cause
Well,
a lot
they're
of
gonna have
traffic
it
in
in
the
there.
neighborhood. They're going to
Well,
be up
they're
and
not
down, making all kinds of
Walgreens.
noise at night. I don't need that in my neighbor.
I would think that you're gonna the problem you're gonna have is the customers more than the.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just a lot of hubbub. I don't like
I
that.
feel this isn't even a fair question either because we know since she doesn't have a gallbladder, the rapist isn't going to bother her. So of course the traffic's going to
There's
be a bigger
a lot
issue.
of reasons. They're not-
Yeah.
I'm often in my backyard in my overalls doing my gardening, so there's a lot of reasons that rapist isn't coming
Dude,
my way.
there is a whole website called farmersonly.com. There's people into that shit, all right?
Yeah.
I don't look
think,
good.
don't
I'm
think just
gonna-
because you're a fucking part-time hillbilly.
I think you got to be a
that
trumper.
some old man don't want to give you some dick. That's definitely a possibility.
Maybe I could help him, you know?
All right. What about you? You have children.
Yeah, that's a tougher one for me because I'm married, so I got to worry about the rapist
Oh,
and the
you got
wife,
both.
and then I got to worry about the children's getting touched. And my kids are fuckable. I'll tell you that. Those are cute
They're
kids.
very,
So,
very
Let me ask you a
attractive.
question. Do you think if somebody busted into your fucking door
Yeah.
with a knife
Nice.
and they were aggressive to your kids and your wife, that either one of those dogs would actually bite them?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They'd fuck them up.
Would you think?
I mean, if
Oh,
nothing
Whoopi,
else, they just
if
come for
anybody
the pets.
fucked with Kane, Wolfie would fuck them up.
Really?
Oh my God, yes. He doesn't. Yeah, you could tell already.
Was
He'll
it
get
200 pounds?
if there's ever any kind of
Close.
and there's never any serious things that happen in our house, so he never has to do it. But I've seen him do it with dogs, where he'll get between them, and if you cross him after that, dude, you're good luck. I mean, he's a giant fucking dog.
Yeah, I just don't know. I've never seen a mean side to him.
Yeah,
is all
and
I'm
I've
saying.
never seen. No, I haven't. I've seen to each other. I've seen the mean side. But yeah, I haven't seen it towards another person. But yeah, that's a dog. They're protectors.
So you
know?
think that if somebody broke in and let's say was grabbing Kane, that
Yes.
Wolfie would tear
I think
his head off?
they would definitely fuck him up.
Okay.
They can.
Duke sexually assaulted me, and I'm a friend. He was all up in this post before
Dookie
I
might be able to
sat
hurt
down.
someone.
You
I don't
can't
know.
rape the willing.
Oh.
Dookie's like 3/4 pit bull,
He
but he's
found
so
my peanut
small,
butter.
so I don't know how much he's going to be able to hurt you. But
See, my ex
He'll
and
jump high
my
and get
ex
you.
and her new husband bought a dog about a year ago. It's a fucking pit bull, and big muscular pit bull.
Big baby.
Sweetest fucking animal you ever met in your life. You go over, you pet it, it licks you to death, but it's like it'll put a toy in its mouth and it'll start barking. The bark will scare the fuck out of you, you know. And I keep asking them. I said, "Do you think if somebody broke in that she would go nuts on him?" And, yeah, probably. I'm pretty sure she would if somebody was hurting,
Yes.
someone in the family. But I just don't know if I see that with Wolf.
no, man, they might not freak out if you just come in the house. You know, if someone was to break in, I don't know what the dog's probably be like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" You know what I mean? But if
Yeah, but I'm talking break the
they
door
do
down,
something
yeah,
jump.
they can sense panic though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that does it. They'd flip out.
Even a bad dog, like one that runs away from the house, they say that a really good way to get your dog to come back is to lay on the ground and pretend that you're like injured and you need help, and your dog that is like running around the fucking neighborhood will come to you to check on you.
I could see that.
So
I think
maybe.
dogs are like that.
Yeah.
I mean, and Wolf has slept every night of his life with Kane. Pretty much. Since he was a puppy, he's been sleeping in Kane's room. So yeah, they're
So
attached
yeah,
to
put
the
your
hip.
hands on Kane and you're pretty much
You're
done.
fucked. You might get away with something on Anton because he doesn't give them any attention. But I think even then they would still be there. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I've never seen it happen. I hope I never have to see it happen. But I think the dogs would come to the rescue if they could.
So that's your answer to my question?
You threw that out. I didn't fucking.
Well, yeah, but my thing, you got protection for the wife and the kids, so you'd rather have the drug dealers.
Oh, if we're just talking drug dealers, then yeah, definitely the drug dealers. I thought we were talking about the original question because that one gets me
rapist
more.
or
yeah.
The
child
rapist or the
molester.
child molester. That's a hard
That's a
question
pickle
to
for
answer.
him.
Yeah, that's more of a pickle for me. And I think I'm gonna go.
Pickle. Child molester pickle.
That's a pickle.
See how he threw that in
I
there?
think I'm going rapist because Carmen doesn't leave the house. So there you go.
They'd have to come after her.
Yeah,
then they're a breaker inner.
They'd have to enter. I got guns.
not easy.
I got dogs. That's different. You might be able to catch them slip and walk into the car, but
Yeah, but see, then the fucked up thing, he'd go to Amazon and he would, you know how he's got that flag that in this house, Black Lives Matter, and he's got that thing?
Hey,
he
man,
would
I'm
buy
very-
one that
I'm
said,
very progressive.
He would buy one that said, husband leaving for the night, and he would stick that up as he left the fucking house.
Carmen would bitch them
Wife and
half
kids
to
alone.
fucking death.
Huh?
She'd bitch them half to death. She'd be like, "Who the fuck do you think you are? Get out of my house!"
Would Carmen ever use your gun?
She's almost hit me with this multiple fucking
Yeah, but
times.
you're a pain in
Is
the
it- are those
ass.
metal-
No, not on
spikes?
purpose. By me coming home like when I was unexpected.
Are those rubber spikes? Like,
No, these will fuck you up.
oh my God.
Yeah,
Who
that
made you this?
I bought it from a Nazi store at a flea market. It was literally there's a flea market on the way down. I don't know where at in Kentucky. It's literally called the most awesome flea market ever. And I had to stop there because
Oh my
you're going to
God.
claim to be the most
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
I need to go there. And you go in there and there's a whole shop just filled with medieval weapons and Nazi paraphernalia. And
Spikes come out.
And feel this. I mean, this hurts.
I've had that about 10, 15 years. As you see, there's a lot of spikes missing at this point.
Yeah.
But there's been multiple times where I've came home and she didn't expect me to come home at that time. And I'll turn the corner and she'll be like, what the fuck, man?
I mean, one shot with that, you're
Why
done.
does she have this in her hand already?
And how come the handle is ribbed?
Well, for her pleasure, obviously. All right. Even a fucking savage has to be a gentleman sometimes.
So you're going with drug dealer, both of you.
Yeah, I'd rather. Drug dealers don't bother me.
See, I'm going
It
drug
depends
dealer.
on their operating hours.
Yeah,
you know?
and it does depend on the drug. I guess if it's a crackhead, I don't need crackheads
If
walking
it's
around
cocaine
all the time.
See, that's what I'm
Forget it.
talking about.
Yeah.
That's why I said the scummiest of the scummy.
If it's weed, that's fine. Or if it's a higher level drug
No, you're
dealer
gonna
that's
have-
only passing it out to
Right?
other drug
You're getting
dealers.
people
We live
buying
in a nice
$10 bags
neighborhood.
all
It
night.
might be those blue collar.
You're gonna have
Phil
scumbags
people.
getting $10 bags and $5 rocks all fucking day.
Nah.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I'd take my chances with old rapey Ron.
Yeah, but the thing about it is with me, child molesters, I fucking hate them so much.
Well, no
That
one likes them.
What I'm saying
But
is,
then
let's say
you'd
one
be
night I
able to
went
keep
out to
an
a,
eye on him.
It's just
one
like when
night I
Chris
went
talks
out-
about poop. I really hate poop.
That's not what I mean. I mean, let's say I went out
So do I.
with some
No
of
one
my
likes
friends
it.
fucked up, and I got hammered fucked up. And I came home, and the asshole was outside, and he said something fucked up to me. Could you snap and fucking, walk over and fucking stick a baseball bat upside of his head? I probably could and not feel bad about it. Diddlers, I'm not going to feel bad if I hurt you.
No.
No.
You know what I mean?
Why would you ever feel bad about?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing that fucks with me. And my kids don't live with me, so. But I think I might fuck with them.
Do you see our peeper buddy might be back on the prowl?
Really?
I'm not
Is
positive.
he available?
Not positive. Not positive. I'm just
Is he
saying.
available to?
What do you
Is
mean?
he
Is he
out?
available? What do you want?
Can he peep me?
Yeah. Give him your address.
I just need a little attention.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Kev.
Oh, Jesus, I wasn't throwing out names.
Fuck that guy. Are you kidding me?
Well, he could still find me and beat me up.
He can't beat me up. It's cool.
He couldn't.
Dude, I saw him in a
Well, he
Kroger
could, but he
once,
wouldn't
and
hit
his
a girl.
skin was like completely fucking see-through. I was like, God, in the light of day, friend,
Like
I
recent?
see what Carmen is seeing.
What do you mean?
Well, because she always had a feeling about him, and back when we were playing our games and stuff, I never
Because
really,
it wasn't a feeling. We already knew the past.
But I know, but I never felt threatened by him until the day I saw him in a Kroger at like 10 p.m. at night, and I took the long way home. I'm like, this motherfucker gonna follow me home.
He was a peeper, right?
Oh, yeah.
Serial peeper.
Serial peeper.
He was just so excited when he got a smartphone. Good camera. He's like, look at the zoom on this thing.
Oh my God.
He was, too. You're right. It was so... Looking back, there were so many creepy moments.
Fuck.
And I knew it was there the whole time, but I was always just like, He's a really good third baseman, and I had a softball team to field. So yeah, do what you got to do.
And then I realized how closely he studied me while we were playing. Because one day he was like, "You have a tell," and I was like, "Don't be fucking looking. Don't be looking in my face, man." I didn't have a tell because I didn't know how to play poker.
Whoopi was the worst poker player ever. That's why she was sometimes hard to play because you never fucking knew.
That's right. And I'd be like, "I got
sense.
all the A's, guys. Did I win?"
Serious.
All my cards are the same color. Does that count?
She'd go all in on trips or four of a kind, but she'd also go on like a pair of twos, you know? So, like, it was awful to play her.
You're unpredictable.
They got hip to me after a while, though, and I never won again.
Yeah. I think she won like once and then.
No, I won a few times really good.
Yeah. Either way, every time he'd leave, because he'd always leave early, and we'd always joke about that. Like, is he looking through the windows?
How could we not? You know what I'm saying, though? He's a man of patience.
But that was before the actual arrest and everything. We all knew from the beginning. This was not like a secret. We can't sit there after the arrest and go, "Oh, I was surprised about that."
Right, no.
We all knew. We joked about it constantly.
Well, my thing was, like...
But then when it actually happened again, it seemed a lot more
I
real.
appreciated the craft of his peepery because when I was really... Especially when I lived in Arbors of Anderson and my windows faced the woods, I was like, this guy is sitting out in the woods in all weather,
patient,
just waiting for the off chance that someone might have their blinds open just this much, and he's ready with the phone.
That's what I've always said. The amount of peeping you have to do to actually find something worth peeping on is insane.
You know what? You know the creepiest thing is now they make those little spy cams like this fucking big.
He's not smart enough to work.
But what I'm saying is, let's say hypothetically, you were in your fucking. In your neighborhood, and there was a hot woman that you wanted to fucking peep on, right? She goes to work one day. You can just go stick one of those in her fucking window. You know what I mean?
He was a more live action kind of guy.
It's all about
he liked to peep and jack
in the
off.
Moment,
I think so.
Yeah,
yeah, I think because he got busted a couple times.
Really rubbing one off at the window.
Well, the original. See, he always had these great excuses for the original ones that we knew about. Like the original one we heard about, he had like peeped on a neighbor, and he just claims he was like, "Man, I just jacked off on my porch."
They were both on their porches.
Yeah,
or something.
He didn't even know she was over there. Right? He was just jerking off on his porch. And then as a guy, we're like, it could happen. I could just jack off my porch, maybe.
As a Whoopi,
Probably
I was
not.
like, I'll play cards with this guy and sit next to him.
Yeah, like, could you jack off on your porch? Let's say you thought no. Okay, you have.
And now, many times.
So I was like, okay, maybe. And then there was another one.
I was just jacking off on her porch.
There was another one
where he was out there,
where he got caught jacking off in a park. And I was like, and then again, he was like, "Yeah, man, I was just exercising. I just felt the need, And okay, well, that's weird.
Man.
Like, but again, I'm like, maybe, probably not at this point. Probably not.
I was just at Chuck E. Cheese. I felt the need. I was just there.
But these were all
birthday party.
But these were all like 5-6 years ago. You know what I mean? Well, at that time, so at this point, it's like 15 years ago, whatever it was. Like, it was a long time ago, and that was all there was. We're like, we all kind of joked about it, but it wasn't as aggressive.
Was that like 2014 is when we were playing the game? Because that's when I started dating Nick.
Yeah, well, we knew him before the game because he played softball for years. But anyways, and then he actually got busted big time, like in multiple places. Busted, did a lot of jail time, got out of jail, and then got busted
because he was in 2 counties. So he
did a lot of jail time for peeping.
Well, like a year.
It just kept happening.
I think he did.
Oh, so he got like busted the first time and nothing happened to him. Then he got busted again.
I think while the first
all the time we're at
was
like
underway.
5. And he started going to jail after 3.
Because in where we live, you're straddling 2 counties, and it doesn't take much to be in one county and another. It's my understanding that he did his time in one county, and then they took him over so he could do his time.
They
in
did
another
do
county.
that, but then he got out and got busted again for again in Hamilton County.
He's lucky he didn't get killed by a husband or something sticking a fucking gun out the window. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe he's a good peeper. He knows who has
the
husbands
caught 5
who don't.
times.
Yeah, that's
in prison.
I've
not a
lived
good
with
peeper.
fellas who were like, "Why are you so weird?" Like, because I'll just go around at night and close all the blinds and everything, not because of him or because of anything. Because I'm like, have you ever driven by a house at night with all its windows up? You see right in. I don't need that kind of shit. And then it just got even more. I was validated.
Yeah, you're right there, Carmen. From the very beginning, like he's not coming to my house.
It seems like a victimless crime before he had the smartphone because he couldn't video it.
Because we actually had to do a fantasy football draft at a bar. We couldn't do it at my house because he joined that year, and Carmen wouldn't let it happen at my house. So
now I will say this: I think peeping is creepy as fuck. Ew.
Yeah.
But when that Aaron Andrews video came out, it was hot. Sorry, and I know it's creepy. Because he was peeping
a long
on her.
time ago.
She was a sportscaster,
sports
real hot.
announcer,
He stuck a camera through the fucking keyhole in her hotel room and caught her fucking naked getting ready.
Yeah.
Speaking of people's butts on cameras in hotel rooms. Hope Solo got in trouble again recently.
Her
Did you
butthole
know?
got caught on camera again?
No, she got pulled over drunk driving with her kids in the car.
Oh, really?
She's in trouble.
Oh, that's not a good move.
I know
Hope.
she's one of your favorites. And
I thought her butthole got stuck in an elevator or something.
At least anything they shove up there in prison's not going to hurt.
That's true, dude. She's going to be the best donkey.
Stick your leg up there. Go ahead. You think I'm scared of that? Fuck you.
Put soccer balls in
Yeah,
there.
stick 'em in there.
Yeah,
You could.
Say she could.
That pussy is gigantic.
She could catch a softball with her asshole.
I bet she could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never saw it.
Her pussy looks like you stuck an M80 in there.
Yeah.
It blew up.
I stopped going searching for things on the internet after 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Like, that's how
Yeah, you know what? That one fucked with
they
me.
got
too.
me once,
That one
and
fucked
I'm never
with me.
going back.
I was convinced for a long time that was fake.
Happened.
I kicked it.
I was convinced for a long time that was
The
fake.
worst.
And then I'm like, no, it's not fake.
2 girls,
It's
1
real.
cup.
Yeah.
Fake.
I thought, let's like, all right.
You thought they rigged a chocolate soft serve machine in their asses?
I thought that they went, okay, shit in the cup and guy off camera, hand him real ice cream and, that kind of thing.
Yeah, no.
That's what I thought.
Hey, you got a
These
jokey
people are for
joke,
real.
Joker man?
Oh, here, pick one.
Ew,
From my
those
wonderful...
aren't funny at all.
This book is full of great jokes.
Watch for nudity.
Joke of the week.
Dude,
I've got a joke, and it's really old, really fucking old, but it's funny. And I got reminded of this joke not long ago, and somebody said that's you, and I said, fuck you, but it's funny. There's these 2 mice walking through the jungle. Now, this is old, really fucking old. You've heard it. 2 mice walking through the jungle, and one of them said, I'm really good with women. I can fuck all the time. The other one said, no, you're not. I'm the same as you. I walk around with you. You can't get shit. And you go around a corner, and there's a fucking female elephant stands right there. One mouse says, I'm going to fuck that elephant. Guy says, no way. You can't do it. So the mouse climbs up the elephant's leg, puts his dick in. He's fucking the elephant. Well, the elephant's sitting there eating. She has no fucking idea he's there. Like this, and he looks down at his buddy. He's like, look at this. I'm giving it to this elephant. All of a sudden, the elephant looks up and turns around, and a fucking coconut falls off the tree, hits the elephant right in the head. And the elephant says, ouch. And the mouse goes, that's right, bitch. Take it all. That's such an old joke.
it's better than any joke in this
Such an old joke.
Yeah, that book's awful.
When I heard this, and it was a friend of mine mentioned this to me. He goes, remember that joke where the mouse was fucking the elephant? He said, yeah, bitch, take it. He said, that's you. And I'm like, no, that's not me. I don't talk nasty and mean when I'm fucking. But that is a funny joke to
You
me.
should start.
No.
Yeah, bitch.
Take it, bitch. Take it, bitch.
Shut up.
Hey, I have fuck all. Shut up. I have a fuck you. that I
Well,
wanna
that's
get
why
on.
I'm getting it tonight.
You got one?
Oh, I got one.
Oh, everyone's got it.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
How did you get Rush and Blink-182 to make you jingles?
Adam.
Mr. Adam Nuri, world's greatest jingle maker. If anyone ever needs some jingles made,
And Mountain Man.
get a
now.
hold of me. Adam will make you jingles. He actually just texted me the other day asking if I need any new jingles.
He
and
doesn't
I
live in
don't.
Texas anymore, does he?
No, he's in.
He's Mountain Man,
He's like in
New
upper New
York.
York State, Rochester area, maybe.
Yeah, something
outside
like
of there.
Much
Yeah.
closer. Only 9 hours now. We can go.
Yeah. I got to visit the fella at some point or another.
Yeah, me and Ryan were the only ones who ever went to Texas.
He went.
No, I never got
No.
to go. I never
Did you
got
go to
go.
Nashville?
You were supposed to.
No,
Right?
Well, I've talked about it, but I never actually went.
Did you
Oh.
go to Nashville?
No,
On the wolf farm?
no.
Oh, man.
No, I missed out on all of his journey. I got kids, man. We get to go like 3 places a year. It's different. It's different.
Pittsburgh.
Hey, man. Yeah.
Did you already go?
No, my anniversary.
Oh, you're going to a
Going to a romantic place in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Whatever. Eat a dick. Hey, speaking of eat a dick, fuck you to Nathan at Anderson Kroger. All right. This.
Nice. I like when you
Is
go
that the
after
guy with
real
the
people.
toupee?
No, you don't have the toupee. This fucking cunt. All right. I don't know if you've been married, and you're a bitch, so you know. Women are very picky about their apples, right?
Oh, yeah.
I go to the store, and I don't give a fuck if it was my apples. I just grabbed the 4 apples. You know what I mean? But Carmen, if there's even the slightest bit of imperfection on this apple, bruise, whatnot, she won't eat the fucking apple.
Yeah.
And apples aren't cheap. All right. So I got to
Not
make
anymore.
sure that I get a good apple every time I go to the store. I get 4 or 5 of them. This fucking cunt, Nathan, not only in my way as I'm trying to get apples, he's taking these fucking apples and just poof. Like he's
So he's bruising them all.
He's like Shaq. He's fucking just slamming them and just, he has his headphones on. I don't know if he's listening to metal or something, but either way, he's just taking them, poof, 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 just slamming them on top of each other.
Apples are very sensitive.
I'm watching
You
these
can't do
apples
that.
bounce off each other, fucking hit the floor. You know, this fucker, Nathan, ruined every apple in the produce section.
They weren't bruised yet, but they
we-
were bruised by the time you get them home after that kind
Well,
of
he had already
treatment.
stocked those, so he had bruised those earlier in the day. Now he's bruising the Honeycrisp, all right? We don't buy Honeycrisp. I don't got Honeycrisp money. You know what I mean? That's a whole
They're
different
very
level of money. Honeycrisp, you got to fucking get a
See,
loan to get a
I
Honeycrisp.
only get Honeycrisp, but I buy them in the pre-done bag.
Oh,
And not as good.
whoa.
Never as good.
They're
I
smaller.
like because they're smaller. Yes,
They are
And they go
smaller,
in- they
but
go
they're
in
not
lunchbox.
as good.
They go in the
But-
lunchbox.
because they don't have lunch size anymore.
But Honeycrisp is the superior apple. We can
By
all admit
far.
that.
Jazzy.
So
Jazzy's also
we
very good.
usually get with the gala. But either way, that's what Carmen likes, and I don't give a shit because I don't eat apples. So I don't give a fuck. But either way, he already stocked those apples, and you looked at all of them, they're all fucked. He must not have stocked the green apples because they were fine.
Ugh, because nobody wants them.
Kane loves the green apples, and Carmen can eat them every once in a while.
Nasty.
But
They're sour.
either way, fuck you, Nathan.
At Anderson Kroger in the
And
produce
Anderson
department.
Kroger. Yeah.
Whoopi, you want to do your fuck you?
Yeah. Fuck you. Any company who wants a survey from me.
Yeah, fuck that.
Every service I've ever... I was recently at Topgolf for the first time, and you have to use an email address to set up your shit. It's been 2 weeks. I've had no less than 15 fucking emails from Topgolf. Not only marketing, but 6 or 7 of them were surveys. In my job, people get surveys, and it affects, like, my numbers and shit. Like,
it affects all of us.
I can't
Every
fucking-
stupid company has a
I
dumb survey
don't
they
want
care
to do
about.
your survey.
Yeah.
I at least like it when they're on the phone and they're like, there's going to be a survey. 5 is the highest. At least they're upfront about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't tell my customers that they're going to get a survey. But I just fucking hate all these surveys. I don't want to take my time to do it. Back in the day,
Do you
a
do
long
them?
time,
Any of them?
No.
Well, then why do you even care? I just
a
skipped
long
that up.
time ago, they used to
like junk
give you a
mail.
coupon or $1 or
Yeah.
something. Like, you gotta pay for my market research,
agree.
motherfucker. They're stinking up my email box, and I'm tired of it.
A lot of times they come with coupons, but either way, I don't want them.
I don't
Go
want
fuck
them.
yourself. I ain't telling on people. Even if they suck, I ain't telling on
Oh, I
anyone.
do all 10s
Narky
or whatever.
motherfuckers.
Every now and then, though,
I'll give you a Yelp review, though.
if you go to a fast food place and they say, hey, fill out the survey and we'll give you a free fucking chicken sandwich next time you come, I'll do those because they're usually only like 2 or 3 questions.
I like Yelp
That's
reviews
never
because
happened.
I can complain, but I get to also entertain. So, I'm leaving a message and other people can put their little ha-has and like,
No,
yeah,
I
and
don't
I'm
have
like,
time for
fuck
that
yeah,
shit,
I'm a
man.
badass Yelp reviewer. Anyways, what's up?
Fuck you, Kid Rock.
Oh, yeah.
True American.
I like how you have a strong opinion about Kid Rock, though, so I enjoy this.
Well, the thing about it is, we've talked about many times, I hate when famous people spew their political agendas on you.
Yeah.
I came here to hear fucking Cowboy. Shut
Kid
the
Rock's
fuck up
become-
and sing Cowboy.
I don't even want to hear that.
I found out, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
it's generalities, but I found out that his new tour, and I'm pissed off, first of all, because I wanted to see Foreigner this year. They're coming, and I've always liked Foreigner. Well, they're opening for Kid Rock. I refuse to go see the show
What a
because
weird fucking bill.
I know,
That is
and that's
weird.
what we said. They're opening for Kid Rock. I'm like, maybe I'll go for the warm-up band and then leave. But
I hate that you want to see Foreigner, but go on.
I like Foreigner. It's good
Yeah.
classic.
What's their
It's
song?
they've
They have
10,000 of them.
They have a bunch of
What's
them.
the one?
But
Come
liking them is
on.
a character flaw that Chris is just going to have to get over. But let's continue.
See, I'm not like him, so close-minded, where I only like certain music. I like all kinds
I
of
like
music.
all kinds of music.
I
just
like
not
all
Foreigner.
kinds.
Oh, you've never heard of the bands Jason likes.
I've heard
very
of some of
exclusive.
them.
Very
Anyways,
exclusive.
let him fuck Kid Rock.
At the beginning of his new tour, okay, before he even takes the stage, the screen opens up, and the first person you see is Donald Trump, who welcomes you to the show. Welcomes you to the show.
And he probably had to pay for that.
Trump probably did that
But
shit
dude,
for
if I'm
free.
at a Kid Rock show, that's what I want.
But what I'm saying is,
It's hilarious.
he welcomes you to the show, and then, hey, this concert is for all you red-blooded real Americans that don't like this fucking Biden. And he goes through a whole 5-minute spiel before the fucking music even
Yeah,
starts.
dude, he's the rap rock version of Ted Nugent.
Yeah,
Like, that's
but-
his thing now.
But fuck you. If I'm paying for a ticket, which I don't pay for tickets, but if I did, and I heard this, I would probably fucking leave. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't give a fuck what side of the coin you were on. But the fact that I don't want to see a 60-foot giant Trump telling me, welcome to the Kid Rock show. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you.
Does Coldplay do that for Biden?
My baby. No, but the Dixie Chicks probably do. Whole point is,
the chicks.
Don't fucking spew your political agenda at me. I don't give a fuck what your wife did. I don't care who you're voting for. Play the fucking song. That's why I'm here.
Bomb with the bomb, motherfucker.
Bang a dang, dig a diggy. Do whatever you want to do, but that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, picture, boom.
He just completely switched his genre when he realized he could not sell his original
He adapted.
music.
I'll give the guy credit. He knows how to adapt to make $1, but
And
Kid Rock's a fucking
he still
douche.
sells out everything, but my God, and I was never a giant Kid Rock guy. I always appreciated what he did because it came out at the same time as like the Linkin Park shit when they were mixing the rock and the rap. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of cool. But fuck, dude, I don't care if you're a hillbilly. I don't care if you're a redneck. If I like your music, I'm going to listen to it, like the Jimmy John's giraffe thing. If I like your music, I'm going to listen.
Yep.
But don't shove shit down my fucking throat.
I
Fuck
agree.
you.
I bought him $1,500 worth of fireworks once.
That's another good one. If I'm going to do a Kid Rock, I want to be buying fireworks for
Do you
Kid
know
Rock.
how hard it is
Yeah.
to buy $1,500 worth of fireworks around 4th of July? Every one you buy, you get another one free. So like my 15-passenger van, I didn't even have enough room.
You
But
know
it was
what?
a lot of fun.
It is fun. You get those big giant boxes
Yeah.
with like 20,000 things in them.
Yeah, he's
They
headed
blow
back
that-
to Michigan, and you can't buy him there.
Did they blow that midget
Oh,
up?
that's where he took him back to Michigan.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to get out of here. Until next week, go fuck yourself. Bye.
You can kindly fuck off.